endangered because New Mexicans suck. Sorry.
Here we go. We are
Could
live.
I say that out loud? I mean...
No, sorry, that was actually a slip of the tongue. I did not mean to say New Mexicans suck. I meant to say Mexicans suck. The New Mexican is a different location. Sorry.
Sorry, are you hating on immigrants?
Hello?
Are you a Trump fan?
Hey guys.
No,
Guys.
Yep.
We are live right now.
Oh dear.
Oh, great. Was that live?
Basically all of that was live.
Oh, you
Mexicans, I just hate the founders of Mexico City.
Look, everybody on YouTube, I'd just like to point out, I'm Mexican, and
So.
I'm Asian. That's almost there.
Oh, it's only like across the planet, but same difference.
yeah, you're halfway across.
Yeah. I'm all...
Okay, so who wants to do the recap for everybody?
Like all of the adventures we've had so far, or just the last one?
Yeah, everything.
Oh,
we're gonna do everything for this one, so that anybody that decides to hop on the stream will be able to get a bit of a catch up.
Can we have a different person recap each chapter?
I'm fine with that.
Sounds pretty okay.
All right, sure. I can do the first one we did. So the lot of us found ourselves in a room with a dark, shady figure who told us that we had to make a name for ourselves, and that something was coming. And then it was like a weird dream thing because we all woke up in a house afterwards. We were exploring around and we came across Applejack, who had run into a bit of trouble with her farm because the bats were eating.
Have returned.
The bats had returned and were eating more than they were supposed to. So we went and investigated. We found out it was because of the parasprites. They were parasprites. So we led them out of the farm with music and into one of the rooms of our house where they still are to this day. And we saved the day.
Somehow.
After all that. Yep.
And then I joined with Rye.
No,
Yep.
This actually came a little bit later.
Wait,
yeah, no, you're doing chapter 3. We're on chapter 2.
There was one more between that. There was a.
I forgot. Okay, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Alright, random interjection. Fair, you might want to come check your pizza.
Who's doing the second one?
I have no idea.
It has to be one of you.
What happened in chapter 2?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let's keep going. So we found ourselves in a similar environment, but instead of one shady figure, it was a bunch of evil things attacking us. We couldn't. They were just goons. I don't think they had any real motive. But we fought them. We died. We almost died. Some of us died.
I died. Let's be clear.
Yes. Rest in peace to the beautiful Griffin. But fortunately, we won in the end. But even if we didn't, it was just a dream, sort of, kind of, maybe. So yeah, chapter 3. Take it away, someone.
Oh,
And then me and Rye joined.
Oh boy. So may I have this? No, I don't want this.
Okay, I'll.
May I do
Wait,
it?
right? Yeah, sure,
You
right.
can do it. Okay, so after waking from the dream, they notice a dark, shadowy figure as the dream fades away from behind them. The two wizards of the party, or two magical wizards of the party, Notion and Mimic, do their best to look into it. And they think, that buff guy might be Princess Luna. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Princess Luna. And as they awaken, because they did so bad in the dream, they are granted 2 more party members.
Yes.
That's exactly why, though.
That is exactly why.
It's like, oh geez, you guys are terrible at this. Here, have these two.
You're gonna need
Gosh,
him.
you guys are the worst.
a murderous druid, and a really, really racist against Earth Ponies deer.
Really racist.
No, a murder
dude.
hobo. It's a murder hobo. Remember?
It's a murder hobo.
That's the technical term, but you're literally a murderer.
As they don't even get a chance to exchange names or get each other's phone numbers or make cruel and racist remarks at each other before they hear a tiny knock at the door. It feels almost hesitant. They open the door to see Sweetie Belle in tears. Concerned, they ask her what's wrong. She reveals.
This is really descriptive.
Yeah.
Yes.
She reveals. I'm sorry, I can speed it up. Or I
I
don't know.
vote Rye to do this every single time.
Yeah. Same.
She reveals that the Rarity's shop is in tatters. Someone had broken in and stolen all of the jewels. They go to the scene of the crime and do their best to cheer her up. Rai presents her with a small trinket to distract her, while Notion attempts to clean up the mud from the floor. And before that, I think it was Nimic tells him that we should keep a sample first in case it can lead us to where it goes.
That was you who asked for the sample.
Oh, I was the smart one then.
I want to point out that you did absolutely nothing with that sample.
He does have a point. You literally just like picked it
No,
up and
I
forgot
checked it.
about it.
I checked it, and then I got a really low roll, so I learned it was from mud.
Yeah.
I learned it was from dirt that got wet.
So basically nothing.
Right.
My
So
calculations
then-
show that this mud is wet.
Yes. Yes, the floor is made of floor.
We followed the tracks into
The sky is blue, oxygen is air. What else is new?
Sliced bread.
So we
So-
found
Let
it.
Rai finish.
We followed the tracks into a field where we found holes. Upon investigating, everyone quickly made it into the ground before a tunnel collapsed, except for Ryan because she was slow as fuck.
She didn't have them hops.
Once in the ground, without Ryan's incredible intelligence, it was certain doom.
Until yours truly.
We recklessly attacked a diamond dog who they found there.
While they were on top of Notion, and Notion's head was, I
Do you-
think
He attacked
yeah.
us
He-
too.
He was
Would you like to-
admiring the landscaping.
Ballistic, would you like to describe your failures?
I don't think so.
Ballistic yelled, "I attack without direction."
No, that was Yoshi.
Okay, Yoshi
Yeah, I
declared,
said I attacked the diamond dog.
Yoshi said,
While
"I attack
flying from on high.
but
Yes.
without giving any direction of how they did it. So the
So I just
DM
kinda-
logically inferred that the diamond
Yes.
block was pushed onto our very squishy wizard.
Very squishy sorcerer.
The
Very
sorcerer, I was
No,
perfectly
it-
fine at the top
He
of the
went
hole.
right up the
Yeah,
ass.
it was the sorcerer and the druid that got hit.
Oh yeah, I got zebra too.
Notion
Yeah.
apparently not
Triple
caring.
kill.
I saved Notion though.
Oh,
Thank
baby,
you.
a
Wait,
triple.
this is my favorite part, guys, okay?
No.
Notion apparently not noticing or hearing that he had been shoved right up the ass and said, "I would like to roll to investigate."
It was all
Oh, I almost forgot about that part.
What else are you gonna do?
The crushed druid and sorcerer were quickly returned to land after they defeated, or I don't know how that was resolved actually.
I think you dragged somebody up there. And
Somebody,
Oh, yeah,
somebody
I
else.
Yeah, I dragged them up there using my incredible levitation skills. I healed them both and I tied a friendship bracelet around Notion's wrist and
Yep.
healed everyone, and we made amends, and we decided to make a no racist pinky swear.
You didn't actually pinky promise about that. You just said you wouldn't.
I have no hands, what do you want from me?
None of us do. Well, okay, most of us do.
I do.
Cross
I
my
have.
heart, I stick a cupcake in my eye.
Yes. Okay.
Meanwhile, while all of them were being healed, I killed this dog.
So we went down, and a dog appeared in the hallway. We said, wait, let's think about this logically. And Ballistic said, fuck logic.
Kill it all!
Wait, let's also charm him a couple of times first.
It didn't work.
There was at
Like,
least 7 attempts to charm somebody, and it doesn't matter which one it was. There was 7 attempts to charm someone, and
Yes.
only one of them passed.
These diamond
Yes.
dogs are uncharmable because they're so uncharming.
And we convinced them that they spontaneously combusted.
Hey, no,
I convinced him that the guy died of like
I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that. So after we forgot that non-lethal damage existed and beheaded the innocent puppy.
No, we crushed his head. I smashed that guy.
We looked at the sad corpse, like laying depressing on the ground. It slumped a little, the last breaths of air escaping through its severed neck hole.
Why?
As we
This is a
looked at
really
the
gruesome
As
description.
we looked
Guy
at
who
the
got
sad
hit over.
neglected puppy corpse, we decided that we were going to do the right thing and bury it. As we were burying it, its brethren rounded the corner and found it. His blood literally on our hands. Ryan, the fast thinking and brilliant, said, it wasn't us, he had a stroke.
It wasn't us. That sentence.
He believed us.
The dogs, utterly convinced by her feminine wiles, agreed.
I still don't know how that worked out so well for y'all.
Yeah, we got super lucky there.
We quickly
Yeah, by
did
all accounts, I should have had to smash at least.
We quickly did a group huddle. We quickly did a group huddle.
You forget the magic
Notion
duck.
was a changeling.
After discovering, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do a brief intersection to talk about, like, deception versus, wisdom checks by our
Plus
druids.
6.
So,
God.
okay, so I'm gonna talk about the group huddle. Here we go. So after we had firmly discovered that the best course of action was to weekend at burning it with the dead dog,
Yes. We then
Ryan
completely
said,
ignored that.
no,
Claire.
we could intimidate guards if one of us was a changeling. Our druid perked his tiny zebra ears up and said, if one of us was a druid, his intuition causing him to lock direct eyes with Notion. Notion whispered, none of us is a changeling except me, not me, nope.
I wasn't that low-key. I was more low-key.
You were.
You the way you said it sounded so
You were
guilty.
So obvious. You were so obvious.
Oh, whatever.
It was definitely, I have no idea who the changeling is.
Rolled perception, and it didn't even matter what the dice rolled on, because it burned through the floor with its sheer power.
This is one heck of a game, I'm telling you.
I got 27, by the way, from that. Yeah, 27, so.
I'd just like to point out that every single thing that Raya said up to this point, including the dice burning through the table, is completely true.
Especially the part about my feminine one.
Okay,
You mentioned
everything
that
but...
at all.
No, just kidding.
Our faithful zebra pal revealed Notion's identity as a changeling to the group. He impersonated a princess, and we, pretending to be his royal entourage.
Not a princess,
Well,
just like an alicorn ruler. I mean, sure, fine, whatever. I was alicorn princess Sawtooth.
Alicorn Princess Sawtooth ventured up to the crystal gods and demanded they take us to their horde. They were unconvinced and unafraid. He took a deep breath, knowing what he must do. Alicorn Princess Sawtooth took a step backwards onto his back hind legs, raising his front legs from off of the ground, pushing his haunches directly to his sides. It was a sight too brilliant to overlook. The most powerful T-pose of all time.
Best sentence ever.
R// brand new sentence.
The diamond dogs cowered in immediately and took us to our hoard, to their hoard of treasure. We were going to take everything, but then we looked around and saw their sad puppy faces, and decided instead to turn them away from a life of crime, not kill them.
Much to Ballistic's dismay.
Yeah. I tried to get a slave.
He didn't get that one either.
Goodness.
Apparently his wisdom saves are a lot better than his charming saves.
Alicorn Princess Sawtooth and Ryan the Deer, or I forgot what my name was.
Stralis.
Royal Guard
It
Archos.
was Stralis, yeah.
And Stralis the Deer gave a heart-touching speech
And
together
Holdmeyer.
about
Yeah,
what it
Holdmeyer
meant
helped.
to be friends.
Hallmeyer got into it, yeah.
And Hallmeyer helped about what it meant to be contributing members of society and how much it meant more when you earn something, and that the best thing you can do is help someone else to help yourself.
I'm still miffed they didn't come with me.
And we all together decided to reintroduce them to society where there would be hardworking members and contribute and be happy. All the while, our fucking zebra druid tried to enslave them.
I didn't try and enslave them all, I just tried to enslave one of them.
It was
But-
just
And then killed the rest.
Repeatedly.
back the whole time.
See, you know you're and the guy who literally killed one of them isn't on your side.
It's not looking good for you.
Hey, look, I'm more peaceful this time, okay?
Oh,
So you say.
But despite his attempts, the magic of friendship and civil rights
The magic of the 13th and the shown.
magic of friendship and civil rights persisted. They re-entered society happier, and we were able to return Rarity Shop to normal, leaving Sweetie Belle's fucking ass.
Again.
The end.
rights prevail.
Not the end.
Thank you.
Because while we were going back home, another distressed pony came up to us.
Oh, yeah.
Again!
Because of his...
Time Lord. A British not Time Lord.
A British not as fuck. Not Nazi. I'm not saying Nazi.
Nazi. We all thought you were saying Nazi.
Nazi phony.
Nope.
I don't even know where you guys got that part.
Yeah,
That is some
His
description.
derp of a wife has gone missing.
And it's up to us. Again.
Okay, time to start.
Yeah, so you guys are back in your little cottage that you appropriated, I guess.
Wait, did you
I'm
say
still-
Derpy wife? Wait, are they married?
What?
Derpy and Dr. Hooves, are they married?
You know what? Screw it. It's
no,
my.
It's Roselove.
We're going to say yes for this because screw it.
Okay.
Why not?
What if
Alright,
they're in a
cool.
long-term civil agreement?
We might as well add more tension.
We'll be right
Okay.
back.
Real quick, while I was leveling up, at first level I get ability score improvement. Would you like to know my current ability scores and hit points?
What?
No,
Is this-
we'll worry about that in a little bit.
Is this about to be a brag?
I don't suppose you have more than
wanted
50
to
hit
know-
points, do you?
I'm not going to say anything.
So, what are you guys gonna do? You have the request to find Derpy, and as of right now, you don't really know much. He just knows that she disappeared fairly recently.
You
I'm
know,
sitting grumpily in a corner.
Where's the last time you saw her? Where is her last known location?
Oh, he's not with you right now.
Oh, he's no.
Yeah.
Can we go back?
I'm sitting grumpily in the corner because I don't have my slave.
I
I think
suggest that we go to the post office and check her mail routes.
Oh.
That's smart.
That's a good idea.
See what packages haven't been delivered so we can get a time frame of her disappearance.
That's smart.
Also, I feel like Mr. John Smith should know by now how to find the missing Derpy.
Okay, so you guys are
Okay. It took me a while. I get it now.
trying to go find.
Going to the post office, I believe.
Yeah, we're going. Or either that, or we can turn. Can we still turn back and talk to him? Because I feel like he might have some sort of helpful information.
Wait, I have a question. Are we going to turn to go talk to him, or are we going to time turn to go talk to him? I'm going to mute myself now.
Thank you.
So, you guys are going to go find him again.
All right. That's why I vote.
I vote we threaten people to find his location.
And I vote that I get to hammer the druid over the head with my hand.
These are all equally good ideas.
I'm not sure about. I'm not.
Or wait, why don't we just ask some random pony, like just nicely?
He isn't still within sight by any chance, is he?
We
No.
went back to the
It
cabin.
has been a week since we talked to him.
Oh, so she went missing.
No, it's been in game. It's only been about a day.
In our house.
It was getting kind of late when you guys were. He stopped you guys, so it's been roughly about a day since you saw him.
Okay.
He's just like, they gonna help me or not?
All right.
He's just like sitting out there.
We know just as much about the doctor as we do about Derpy. So if we're gonna look for the missing, we should probably look for the missing one before we look for the one that knows where he is. So, in that case, yeah, I guess we should go with Rye's idea and head to the post office.
Okay. So you guys
is like several times too big brain for.
Yeah. Too big brain.
So you guys head for the post office, and it seems a bit hectic right now. There's quite a bit of mail piled up everywhere at the moment.
Oh my.
Who'd have thought that so many people were sending letters all at once right now?
Yep, someone hasn't been doing their job, that's for sure.
You do hear the sound of somebody yelling in the back.
Who's that? Who's there?
So
That was like the most unconvincing thing ever.
I'm sorry. I've heard that fire and paper don't mix that well, so I'm gonna wait.
No! Oh.
Oh my.
We'll miss you.
That is a good point. Or just don't get angry. That's another thing.
That's really good advice, and I'm
Control
sure
your
you'll follow
emotions,
it.
don't
Thank you.
Control your emotions. Don't let them control you.
Yeah, that's my secret. I'm always angry.
I'm gonna go outside and wait with our Rage Lord.
Okay. So who's going to investigate the person yelling in the background?
I
shall
say
investigate.
and convincingly ask who that is, who's yelling, with a very convincing tone.
So the yelling stops for a moment, and through the wall next to the door burst Bulk Biceps. He has several mailbags draped over his back, and they're shoved as full as they can go with letters, but he doesn't look like he's been doing much in the way of actual delivery.
Not gonna lie.
He does burst through with his signature, yeah.
Oh yeah.
How much structure damage is done every day by him?
Please tell me that whenever you're narrating what he's saying, that you talk like him as best you can.
I will try.
Can I make a request real quick?
What's up?
Can I narrate Notion asking convincingly?
Oh god. I don't know if I'm ready for this one.
Okay.
Persuasion.
Okay.
Why not?
He asked the question questioningly and with conviction, convincing conviction. His wild femininely. He smiled.
Hold on. Wait a second.
Wait,
Whoa,
wait,
hold
I'm
on.
not even sure where that
My
went.
favorite part. This is my favorite part. He smiled. His teeth were democracy.
Wait a second. What? Hold on.
Sorry.
I have so many questions.
Are you gonna become a zebra
Okay.
now?
Let's move on. That's convincing.
Wait, what?
Let's go.
I don't see how that wouldn't be the most convincing thing ever. Yeah. I would tell my life story to that pony.
Well, in this case, it would be a reindeer. Now,
Alright, no, that's not a reindeer. That is a zebra, and you can't convince me otherwise.
Is a zebra in disguise?
No, but that was me though. I'm not changing.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, yes.
So I ask him when's the last time he saw his Derpy work buddy.
he shrugs and says, I don't know. Last time heard about her, I was told I was getting hired for mail pony.
That was not nearly bulky enough.
I am not a bulk biceps type person. Sorry.
You can be anything you put your mind to.
You just have to believe.
Can we investigate the send dates to all the mail that's piled up and find out the earliest so we can get like a set time?
So
When the blockage started, when Derpy stopped doing her job.
So you can go ahead and roll investigation to go plumbing through the piles of mail.
Alright. I'll go looking for clues.
Roll the 7 with modifier.
Aren't you outside, or is that fair?
Fair.
That was fair.
Fair is outside. Okay.
What was I adding to it?
Your investigation modifier?
Investigation. Okay. Which is intelligence. Okay, so 10.
Okay.
Hold on a second. I'm also rolling.
Thank you.
Who else is searching?
I am rolling for the investigation.
Archon.
I rolled a 2.
Good job.
Wow.
May I roll
with
more?
modifier, by the way.
Please interject.
Can I cast guidance on that entire mailroom?
I guide the whole mailroom to the destination.
Anyway, I have something to interject.
What's up?
Okay.
I agree.
God damn it. Yes, I cannot do that.
That's all. Continue.
Can I roll for investigation?
Yes, you are in the room. You can roll for investigation,
Okay.
but only if you are in the room.
Okay. So that's a D8, right? Wait, no. D20.
D20.
20.
Can I roll for
Oh.
investigation to see what I find outside?
I got 23.
Hey, nice.
Alright.
Is that with modifier?
Yeah.
Oh, silly question. Of course it was.
No, it was a natural.
Roll the
Yes, I rolled a natural 23. 20.
Wow, can you teach me your ways?
So,
Ooh, I found it.
you guys, most of you realize that, man, there's a lot of letters here. Especially the 2. You just know there are letters everywhere.
I was being
Like, I
serious
don't
when
get
said
paid
if
for
I could
this.
roll for investigation on the outside.
What's that?
Roll for investigation on the outside. You know, like walk around the building, be like, hey, what's up around here?
Okay. What'd you roll?
I was waiting to see if I could.
add a d6 to whatever you do roll.
You can roll whatever you want as long as I know what you're rolling. Doesn't mean you're going to find anything, but
Oh, sorry, add a d4 to whatever you roll.
Alright, a natural 14 and adjustment.
you add investigation to it.
And an additional D4.
Well, I don't have investigation, so.
It should be whatever the modifier for your, I believe it's
Whatever
intelligence.
Yeah, whatever your intelligence modifier is.
That'd be a 15.
Smell. What?
Yeah.
No, that ain't right.
So you got a +1.
Oi,
Oh, and
Darth is
add a
in here
d4
now.
to it. Remember, you
Oh, hi,
have
welcome,
guidance.
Darth.
So, we're going to start with the people inside. We'll start with the lower numbers. So you guys are digging through the letters and finding a whole lot of letters. Especially that 2. That 2 is just like, yep, this is a letter, and this is a letter, and this is a letter.
And you get a letter.
And you get a letter.
What was
Well,
that?
get letter.
What was the highest roll in there?
23.
23.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so when you go digging around, you actually find a list of the last sent out packages. It looks like they were keeping some sort of log so that they knew what was going where.
Really?
And before I go into that part, I'm going to tell Fair what he sees. So, Fair, as you're investigating the outside, you find the moving van. The one, if you remember, the one where Twilight was trying to find out
Yeah, and
Pinky's
a whole bunch of
sense,
stuff was.
and
Yeah,
a whole
bunch
bunch.
of stuff was dropped on her.
Yeah, that particular van. Right now,
Don't know how to stay
it
the
doesn't seem
sky.
to be in use, but it is in kind of a bad shape.
New house, new house.
It is not big enough to fit all of you. So,
That's quitter talk.
Well,
Doesn't need to fit all of us.
well, somebody was yelling "new house." You
Just attach
can't.
it to the old house.
Oh, that'll be the room that replaces the Parasprite room.
Nice. I'm still staying in the attic.
Hey, Ryan,
You
what's
can't
your
make me.
character's name?
Stralis.
Stralis is
Stralis because it rhymes with Gallus.
Strala.
Is that what we're going with now?
Okay.
Yep.
I guess that's what we're going with. So, be like, hey, Stralis, wanna come over here and check this out? There's a van.
Is there candy inside?
I wish.
Okay, so for the 23, the log that you have appears to the last set of packages, besides a few things here and there to Ponyville. There, you do notice that there is a set of packages addressed to the clubhouse in the Everfree.
A clubhouse in the Everfree.
Is it the
What could
CNCs?
they be doing with packages there?
I know the CNCs have a clubhouse.
Do-
They
do-
have a clubhouse at Sweet Apple Acres. I
Yeah, that's on Sweet Apple Acres,
Student
not in the
six.
forest as
The
much.
student 6, the treehouse.
Thank you. Somebody
Oh.
remembered.
What? I forget.
Yes, I am
Wow.
doing more with it than Hasbro ever will.
That.
One episode.
Okay,
And
New
never
house,
seen
new
again.
house.
The shade.
Just made for merchandising. That's it.
Hey,
It's all
you
about
can't
those
tell me
toys.
that I'm wrong. But
Nope.
that is
No,
that
no
is
one-
I
Oh,
forgot
you're
about
wrong.
it because they didn't do anything with it until you just.
Well, I mean, they did show it in the Sandbar and Yona episode.
Yeah, it was just a setting though. Like nothing about the place was significant.
We've never actually seen the inside.
actually you did see it in that episode.
Just briefly.
Yeah.
And it just looks like a place. It's just a place. I don't get it.
Like the castle.
Does it
place
glow
to
and
hang
people
out.
make friends inside it or something? I don't know. It's frustrating.
I think it was just meant as a place of safety. But
If it makes me feel better, I glow and people make friends inside me.
Yeah.
what?
I have some questions.
I think you need to rephrase what you just said.
Mhm.
No, I think what she said was perfectly fine.
All right. So I guess we're headed out to the Everfree Forest. Is that it?
Not just any part of the Everfree Forest.
The castle of the two sisters.
We're close to it.
Yeah.
Wait a second, I just realized. So the playhouse of merchandising should go to the princess of merchandising.
Flurry Heart.
It's made of crystals, isn't it?
I don't even think they merchandised the playhouse though. That was the castle of the middle finger.
Yeah.
New
I got
house,
dibs on
new
that one.
house, new house.
So I guess we should at least go and meet up with the what's the Nirix name? I forget. I'm sorry.
Fall Fire.
Fallfire. Yeah. We should go back out and meet with Fallfire and Ride to see what they found.
Stralis.
Stralis,
Okay.
Yes.
So you guys heading out to the
Well,
damaged van?
Yeah, I see what you're doing there, Darth. I see what you're doing.
Yep. That's what we do.
So, you guys get out to the van and you notice it is a damaged moving van for mail. I think it was more of a wagon though. I don't remember.
We can joyride.
So, what do?
We investigate what's in the thing.
So
Let's look inside of it.
it's
See if there's anything valuable.
right now it's empty.
That's what you go for? Valuable?
Right now,
Valuable information to help us save Derpy.
right now it is empty and
Yeah,
kind of banged
that's
up.
what I was saying.
From what you guys can tell, it looks like they haven't used it in a little while. It looks like the back end was busted out at some point.
I'm gonna look for tracks.
So this isn't gonna help us if it hasn't been used in a while. This won't help us find Derpy, but maybe we could still use it. It wouldn't be there if it was pointless, right?
I don't know. Would it?
We can use
So-
it to
so I'm
find
looking for
Derpy
tracks.
faster.
Okay, roll for investigation.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 1.
Alright.
Plus 5 for investigation, so it's a 6 total, but it's a nat 1.
So you guys watch as Haldmeyer crawls underneath the wagon and starts yelling, "I can't see."
Wait, what?
I want to point something out that we didn't mention during the recap is that Haldmeyer is now a Pegasus, and the only person who noticed was the zebra.
Yep.
That's
Oh,
true.
that's a good
I already
idea.
destroyed him in the lie game.
He's
Can I quickly walk behind? Can I like walk behind the van and then change into a changeling? Mask of many faces.
Wait a second. Are you free?
she has something that will allow her to do this. Yes.
I use my power of BS detecting.
Okay, but if you don't have the abilities of a. Okay, so you have the changeling-like ability. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a changeling. Don't worry.
But you have a
But I'm just
spell?
gonna walk out. I'm gonna meta it because I'm gonna pretend I was a changeling all along, like you pretended you weren't a changeling.
May I roll for insight?
I'm gonna
Alright.
come out from under the van.
Okay.
I just rolled to investigate. I got a 17.
I think you want to roll for insight, don't you?
What are you investigating?
Someone said there were tracks or something?
Someone was looking for tracks, so you're trying to look for tracks right now.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I'm looking for tracks, yeah.
I am. Can I give them guidance on that?
So he already rolled a 17, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, okay.
You look around and you see the usual, like, from what you can tell, it looks like people have been moving around the van, but there's nothing that really jumps out from you, because other than like a lot of pony tracks from people moving around the van.
Okay.
It's a fairly high traffic area.
May I roll perception? May I roll perception?
And add guidance to that. Oh wait, no. Actually, perception's on me. Don't add guidance to that.
Alright, I'm gonna try looking again. Like, I'm like, well, there wasn't anything there. Let's look somewhere else now.
I'm gonna try to persuade the dirt to tell me its secrets.
The dirt is
Okay, that was-
unpersuaded.
Okay, unlike last time, I
Okay.
got a nat 20.
Okay, so what are you looking for?
I'm looking for more clues.
Okay. So you do see evidence of quite a few, like, when you're searching around, you notice that there's quite a few spots where ponies have been taking off on a regular basis. You can only tell because the prints are deeper than, say, somebody just normally walking.
Like, they suddenly started running.
So it goes from you follow trails.
They're taking off into the sky, you meant, like,
Yeah.
flat.
Right.
Like a Pegasus might.
Yes.
Like a griffin might.
There are no griffin tracks at the moment.
Great Pegasus might.
They're about to be.
I think our best lead right now is Sawtooth's list.
I'm going to.
What?
List.
I have a
Let's
list?
follow it.
Yeah, you have the packing list,
Yeah,
remember?
there's a number
Oh,
of
yeah,
Ponyville
somebody-
houses. There's the Everfree, and then there's more Ponyville houses.
That sounds like a to-do list to
There
me.
is a
Was one-
noticeably smaller number of Ponyville houses after the Everfree list, though.
Okay. Yeah.
Is anybody gonna note the fact that Stralis is no longer a?
No, no one is.
Can I roll perception to call
Can I?
BS on
Can
that?
I? Like,
You're
try
derailing our
and
mission.
can I try and see if I notice that?
Oh, let's do that on the way. We start
Oh, yeah, let's do that
walking
on the
towards the
way.
Everfree forest.
I agree. Awesome.
Okay.
So is everybody going to roll perceptions and insights to?
Oh, you bet.
Are we
What do I
rolling?
need?
11.
I will.
Are we rolling both?
You can roll either or. I'll allow it just so that we're not spending 30 minutes of rolling for
I
that.
just wanted to say on my deception, I rolled a nat 20 plus 5 for my charisma modifier plus 2 for my proficiency bonus.
Okay.
All right, Kevin, it's up to you.
I got 0.5.
So I have more than you with 27.
Okay.
Shoot.
All right. So literally nobody noticed that anything was different.
I rolled a 14.
Yeah.
We all just kind of.
I'm gonna give a
didn't
long
notice.
speech to Notion on the ride about how I think it's so cool he's a changeling and I wish I was one too.
I think that should give Notion advantage.
Yeah, I was about to say, Notion, you get advantage.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what is going on, but everybody went all robot. Okay.
I still okay.
Okay,
We back?
we're back.
What just happened?
Oh, that happened to everyone?
Wait, that was everybody?
Yeah,
I
what
think so.
happened?
Pretty sick tune with the sounds I was just hearing.
Yeah, I was.
Same.
I was worried that was just me.
No, that was everybody. So
Discord VC remix when Notion.
That remix of Nameless.
I was recording.
Dang it, man.
That's gonna be
Wait,
in the
the
stream
stream.
too.
Recording.
There you go, the stream. Oh yeah, I'll sample
Clutch.
Yes.
Can you entitle the track "Feminine Wiles," please?
that. You know, the Princess Sawtooth is all about those feminine wiles.
Feminine Wiles Notion remix. Everybody's just searching for the original.
Oh wait, I'm gonna do.
oh god.
And,
So
if
Notion.
you do name it that, I will do a T-posing Sawtooth, the Princess Alicorn thumbnail for you.
Please do it, Notion. Please do it.
Notion,
Yes,
if you
it'll
give
be
me
so
an
much fun.
email, I will send you the file for this afterwards. I should be able to at least.
Oh god, this is happening.
I should be able to
Good
get
work,
it.
team. We delayed the next video.
Awesome. Again.
So,
See, people are gonna see that title and be like, "What?"
That would be well, like,
Then they're gonna see.
5 people.
Then they're just gonna see the thumbnail and be like even more confused.
You would have had to admit there.
Fortunately, I switched to the stream quickly and I didn't actually hear. We were all talking over it, so it might have happened, but I didn't hear the glitchy noises.
Oh,
Oh no!
oh no!
oh no.
We
This is
might-
different.
We might have been talking over it.
The thing
We
wasn't
might have been
recording.
talking
Damn it. Oh god. We'll have to.
Yet another memory lost to the sands of time that lives on in our souls between us.
Anyways.
Yep.
Anyways, Notion, you do have advantage, so go ahead and roll again.
Alright. Roll for what?
Hold up.
Whatever you rolled for last time to try and find her out.
Okay, 15.
Yeah, no.
I still have a 27.
What's your modifier, Notion?
I don't have one.
Wisdom?
Yeah, I think I rolled for perception, but I don't have a modifier. I mean, my wisdom. is nothing.
You quite literally will not be able to ever
Wait, what's-
notice.
What's my advantage?
Oh,
Advantage means you roll twice, and then you take the highest.
I just
Oh,
pictured that.
misunderstood the concept. I got 18 now, but it's still not 27.
Yeah, you still don't.
Can I
You know what would
just,
be
in
amazing?
my head, I imagine them walking, and like someone comes up to Sawtooth, they're like, "Yeah, what's your IQ?" And he's like, "Oh no, I don't."
You know what I thought of? Whatever he said, I don't, or whatever he failed, I was just like,
Oh god.
And he failed.
Oh, good job.
God, it's so good.
Perfect timing.
See,
no,
that's
I
what a
don't-
nat 1 sounds like right there.
Yes, that is a nat 1 given
That is
voice.
a nat 1 to stand up.
I wish that I had actually perceived that, because I would have actually tried just turning into Stralis and see if anybody noticed.
I would probably notice.
Yeah, knowing your luck, Ballistic would have noticed you do that. Ballistic is good at noticing everybody but Stralis, apparently.
Yeah.
He already knows that I'm a changeling, though.
It's because no
I'm
one
the
can
changeling detector.
Can I give
But only actual changelings, not changeling-like abilities.
May I please give a brief monologue?
Ooh, I will be right back. Make the monologue long. I need to go get the charger for my computer.
Okay.
Make it short. Make it very, very short.
I have to make it as long as possible, right? Is that it? Is that the goal?
Friendship speech. We
Okay.
didn't get enough
You
of
have until he gets back.
Okay, I'm gonna give a friendship speech to mark everyone along. Okay, I know everyone's a bit shaken from this experience of losing our beloved friend Derpy. She's a cornerstone of the community, and we all miss her very much. But we have to remember to shut the fuck up. Okay. But we all
I know I'm a zebra, but even this sucks.
inspirational.
But we have to remember that if we stick together and pull our talents together, we will find her and we will bring her home. I know that between all of us, there's nothing we cannot do.
Okay, I'm back. You can stop monologuing now.
I want to
I'm
throw a
sorry,
brick at
but
her.
who are we I'm sorry, but who are we talking about again?
Okay, can I give my original monologue about how no one can
never heard
notice
of
me
this.
behind my jarring feminine wiles?
In front of everybody. Yes, that's a good idea.
How about we go
Okay,
ahead
let's
and continue.
Yeah, I think.
After that monologue, in character, I say, "Who's Derpy?"
Yeah, that's what I.
Yeah, that's right. Isn't Altmeyer from out of town?
I think most of us are from out of town.
I think Notion's the only native to Ponyville.
Local. Yeah, I've seen her around, but I've never like talked to her or anything.
I'm from out of
I'm
town.
just like, I've never heard of that person in my life.
Reindeer have an
I've never met this man in my life.
So you guys come up to the edge of the Everfree forest, dark and spooky as it ever is. And in order to make it through the Everfree forest, you must roll survival. Otherwise, you will get lost.
Oh, bitch, please. Okay, everyone hold
Oh, hey,
hands.
that's a wisdom skill.
So we're all rolling for this?
Everyone
Yes.
hold hands. Everyone grab a buddy and hold hands.
Hey,
That way
I
we
got a
can all
19.
get lost together.
Wow, that's really great for you.
Cribbage players here? 'Cause
Okay,
that
can I
19
give
is very
guidance
good
to
there.
everyone?
The nat 20.
11.
Nice.
Can I give
I do
guidance
for
to
22.
everyone?
I got 19.
Please.
So
Okay.
we're rolling another d4. Alrighty.
Okay, other changeling, hold my hand so I don't get lost, okay?
And?
Wait, what did you roll, Rye?
Okay, I haven't rolled yet because I'm very nervous.
You need
It
to
is a nat
roll.
1.
Lead us awry.
Okay.
No, oh, that was terrible.
That-
That was just bad.
That was
Oh god, the puns are back.
You're welcome,
You
guys.
hear my pun about the paper? Yeah, it's terrible.
Ah!
Hey.
Oh my god.
Okay, I got a 17.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's everybody, and everybody passed.
Oh,
Good.
I like super
Yay.
But in general,
burn a
I'm going to
forest down,
suggest
so-
everyone gets a forest buddy, and they stick with their forest buddy.
So
Right, I'm taking Sawtooth.
I would take my diamond dog slave if I had one.
And this is where I take my slave. If I had one.
so much salt about that. Can we get any more pissed about this?
I think we haven't even hit the peak of pissed off at this point. Just you wait until we do it again for the second time.
okay.
I'm gonna go back at the end and try it again.
Me and
So-
He's just gonna find one.
Forest buddies.
Great.
Can I
Um,
be
I
a
use
forest
this
buddy with
opportunity to
myself?
speak to you.
Ballistic, can I
Oh.
be your forest buddy?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys
You
are.
wanna be my
forest
slave?
buddy with myself.
No.
My alter ego, Firefall. You know. Pretty cool, huh?
Ferris Bueller, I am very sorry that I did not ask to be your forest buddy. It is not because I don't like you.
What?
Bueller? Bueller?
All right.
Bueller? Bueller?
I have no idea where that came from, but okay. Give me just a second.
Alright, while we're walking, I'm talking with Sawtooth.
What do you tell me?
I say in character, first of all, it's important for you to know that I don't like changelings.
Question: Is
Oh well.
is Notion the only one who's hearing this?
What?
Is
I mean, we're all walking in a group.
He can say it under his breath.
yeah, I'm just saying, because if you're going to say it to everybody, that's going to change how Haldmeier's going to behave towards being a changeling around you.
True.
That's
Also,
true.
I have a quick question. May I make an announcement?
Yes.
Alright.
No.
People are racist to Notion Part 2 Electric Boogaloo.
No.
To be fair, I'm
Tattoo
not
electric
technically
boogaloo?
racist. I just don't like changelings because I've read the history, and I'm not a fan of the history.
Okay.
Well then, do I have a story to tell you?
May I continue, please?
Yes.
So I continue on after that, and I say, but it's also important for you to know that we're allies now, for whatever reason. And because we're allies, it's important for us to trust each other. So I want you to listen to me, and I want you to listen up well.
All right.
I am more than willing to trust you. I am willing to help you and protect you. It's my job. But we can only make this work if you will trust in me as well.
Okay. I'm down for that. I don't have a problem. You can't shapeshift, can you?
No?
All right. I trust you then.
You hesitated.
Good.
Hesitation there.
Okay,
I mean, I literally can't.
can I give the exact same speech to Ballistic, except for instead of changelings, it's quadrupeds?
Wait, you're a quadruped.
We are all quadrupeds. What is going on?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Point out the fact that
Exactly.
You're literally racist against every single person in our party.
I'd like to point out the fact that griffins aren't known to be the nicest people either.
That's true.
Saying that,
Okay, so you're not racist to everyone.
I'm saying that
No,
in
if
character.
I'm racist to everyone,
yes.
then I'm racist to no one.
No,
I'm
that
just a
that
bad
doesn't work. You're still racist if you're not racist.
No, I hate everyone equally. Men, women,
Still racist.
I hate everyone equally, and there's no.
That's fair.
Okay, are we in the forest yet?
We are well into the forest.
I'm just listening to you dig a hole right now.
My remark, just so you know, my remark of griffins aren't known to be the nicest either is specifically to, like, I'm saying that in response to your little spiel. Like, you're like, yeah, people aren't, changelings aren't the nicest people. So I'm like, well, yeah, griffins aren't either.
I didn't say they aren't the nicest people. I just said I've read the history,
Yeah.
and
I've read Griffin history too, buddy.
My point still stands.
You know,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna give you the benefit of the doubt here. Because I'm a good, non-racist changeling.
look, I came out here to clarify that even though I don't like changelings, I'm willing to get along because we're allies.
Okay.
And here we are.
So as you guys are chatting, you start hearing sounds of growling and howling.
The general chat.
And-
What's
what am I missing here?
Wow.
You need to check the chat, dude. You need to like stick this on the stream or something. This is good.
Oh god, this is... I don't even know what to say to this one.
Dark
just love it.
This is.
Oh, hold on.
If I had one.
If,
I had one. Oh my god.
okay. So if everybody will, while I put this up on the stream for the viewers to enjoy, if everybody could log into the Roll20, which it should be showing up on the stream here.
Yep.
Here.
I don't know how to download it on PC. I've been on mobile for so long.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just had to make that when Ryan made that joke.
You know, it didn't.
Not gonna lie, that's what came to my
You know
mind.
what my favorite part of this session has been?
What?
First of all, the friendship and bonds we've all made together. Second of all, I really appreciate that Ballistic has given up on rhyming. That really is near and dear to my heart.
Yeah,
It happened, like,
no.
halfway through the last segment. It just couldn't last.
Holdmeyer
happen
will have
halfway.
comments on this.
Like all beautiful things, it was fleeting. And also somehow a little bit racist.
What?
Okay.
Oh, wow. Why do I still
Dang.
have 5 out of 15? Oh, are you gonna... Wait, can I change that?
See.
I can. Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
Never mind, I'm good.
Oh, I need to switch back to this. Okay.
Ooh,
Ignore-
look, it's puppies.
Oh, puppies. No, I assume those are,
And a polar bear. What?
So
Get Fluttershy.
bears?
I don't know why this one was moved. Who is
Oh.
this?
Do I have to do a butterfly? Sorry, fuck. Fluttershy voice when I talk to animals? Is that a rule?
Only if
It
you
is
remember
now.
the voice joke.
It is now.
Okay.
Did
So
you say
we've
Fluttershy
got-
or Flutter Guy?
so before hold on. Shh. So what you see come crashing out of the woods is not normal animals, but animals made entirely of wood and various leaves, and they come crashing out. All of them look pretty pissed.
So they're basically like wooden golems.
Okay, do they
wanna
count as
see
animals or
this?
objects?
I would say they count as constructs.
Please quit moving. You guys are grouped up over here at the moment. Now roll initiative.
Alright. Dex. Initiative.
Everybody, go ahead and just put the initiative into the Discord for now.
It's initiative rolled as 20, right?
Yeah, D20. If you don't have a
Then you add your
D20,
initiative.
Roll20 has a roll mechanic. You put /roll and then the dice.
Alright. Right, no.
You
Something's gone
have
awry.
It's okay.
Something's gone awry.
It's okay. It's just initiative. Get the bad rolls out now.
Okay.
do you know I do have
This
more
sucks because I can
hit
talk
points
to
now.
animals.
Wolves count as animals.
Wait, are they called timber wolves? Because they're wolves made out of timber?
Yes.
There's also a timber bear.
Yeah, it's a polar bear, but more angry.
I forgot my passwords.
The timber bear is basically the same thing.
Was
Just
it in the
a bear.
comics or something?
Do I feel bad if I kill these? Like, are they... Do they have
These are
feelings?
made out of wood.
I feel bad when I cut down trees.
For the most part, they are magical constructs that can eventually rebuild themselves anyways.
Okay.
Excellent.
If I recall, the best way to deal with them was like lodging a rock in their throat so they choke on it, and they just
Well-
sort of shatter into pieces, right? I
Well-
seem to remember that happening in an episode.
Don't set them on fire because we're in a forest that we're trapped in.
We're in the Everfree forest. I don't
Can
know.
I slit their
if it
throats?
matters.
Can I make
No, they're
nasty
made of wood.
comments?
See,
Can I make
Can I
nasty
cut their
comments
heads
to
off?
Firefall?
You could probably do that.
Okay, hold on. Somebody was trying to say something. What was that?
Don't get to turn it a fire.
Can I make nasty comments to Firefall?
So what you're asking is, can you snark?
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move forward with this because I'm having trouble hearing whoever was in the background asking questions. And the first ones to go are the monsters.
All right.
All right.
And
That's upsetting to me. By the way, my name
Ballistic,
is
what
Ryan.
is your health?
Huh?
What is your HP? Or not your HP, your AC?
AC?
Yes, armor class.
11.
Oh,
my.
okay.
That is not good.
Yeah, that's not great.
Ballistic.
Yeah. Am I gonna be dead?
These memes in the chat, dude.
The timber bear rears up and goes for a double swipe. One for Fallfire and one for Reed. Fallfire manages to deflect hit the attack on him, but Reed is not so lucky and takes 16 points of damage.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, I
Whack.
don't think we can fight this. I think we need to somehow outsmart it. Because 16 points of damage, that's gonna kill all of us. Like that.
That doesn't kill me, dude.
50 hit points.
Yeah, the big tanky boys over here are gonna be fine. Just let us beat these guys up.
Sure.
But first you actually have to attack them.
That's true.
It is now the wolves' turns.
Who in the party cannot fly?
Me.
Everyone who can fly, do fly away and is squishy, fly away from the situation when you get the chance.
I would agree. Fly
What
up
about
over
us?
the situation.
Fly up. If you can't fly, I will levitate you up.
And let the angry boy and your boy over here take care of it.
So, Haldmeyer, what is your AC?
Where's?
My armor class.
It was 17, correct? Your changeling?
Oh my goodness. I'm trying to open the right app. Yes.
Excuse me.
Hey, Nameless, what are these boxes?
The green ones are trees, the blue ones are, water.
Okay. It's a long
Yeah.
tree.
Yeah.
That's
Trees and
one
bushes,
freaking
okay?
Big tree.
Pretty sure it's a fallen tree, but whatever.
Oh,
It's a very
okay.
thick tree.
Very wide.
Yeah, you guys should definitely fly up into the trees if you can.
Yeah, fly into the trees
Okay.
if
That's
you
what
can.
That's what I.
Haldmeyer, AC?
If I'm still alive.
17.
You said 17.
Okay, so, Haldmeyer and... Who is this? Quit turning
This
off
guy.
your nameplates. That is how I tell who is who.
I'm the blue one.
I'm red. If that's
Okay,
I'm the guy with the.
so Stralis and Haldmeyer are the next to be attacked by the two Timberwolves. The Timberwolf attacking Stralis goes for a swipe and misses completely. Horrible aim.
Yeah.
At that point, you were kind of questioning if it was trying to hit Sawtooth from behind you.
Not gonna lie, I missed everything
And-
for the past 30 seconds.
Haldmeyer, you take 12 points of damage as the Timberwolf bites down on you.
That's half my damage, actually.
The
And
cry of a warrior.
That's half my...
so now it is Notion's turn. Notion, you may do a thing.
See what you can do.
Fly,
Quick
you
question, do I
fool!
need to roll a thing to not go unconscious?
Did you take over
Excellent.
half your HP?
It took
took
half,
half.
exactly.
Don't worry about it right now.
I would like to expeditious retreat into the air.
Okay.
Could you maybe save that spell slot for something else while you fly into the air?
Well, I don't know what range these things have.
So,
Get out of there.
if you disengage, you won't be able to use an action, but they will not be able to take an attack of opportunity. And if you move above their range, which they have a 5-foot range, then they cannot hit you.
What's your fly speed? If it's above 5 feet per second, then do it.
So what you're saying is I don't need expeditious retreat to get away.
As long as you disengage, but you have to tell me you are disengaging, otherwise you will take an attack of opportunity if you are within range, which actually right now you are not. So you didn't need to begin with.
Okay, I disengage anyway, just to be safe, and I fly up.
Okay. So Notion is in the air, and since he decided to disengage from nothing in particular, he does not have an action, and it is now...
It's between me and Fair.
Which one of you wants to go first?
I gotta point out that it says that my hit points are pretty low, and that they're only 28. You could probably update that.
Which one?
That is something you can update too.
Well. Wait, I
That's
haven't
something
gone
you
yet.
guys can update too. If you click on your character, you can update that for yourselves. Yeah, Ballistic, you got a 9, so you're behind me and Fair, and you're tied with Namink.
Oh.
And then there's Rye. Poor
Where's-
Rye.
Where's
How
sweet
many?
darling
How much
Pepper
HP do you
Pie?
have, Fair?
52.
Updating my
Hey,
HP
nice.
now.
You're up 2 health points above.
And Fair did not take any damage.
I gotta say that yes, I rolled very good for my level ups.
I also did.
I'm glad.
Okay.
I just got tough.
I got an 11 and a 9, and both of those were +3. So
I got pretty close to the maximum
So,
I could get every time.
Since Fair moved, I'm assuming he is going first. Fair, what do?
what do? I do.
You just
Look at
watched your
that.
zebra buddy get his teeth kicked in.
Get mad. You get mad.
Yes, I rage.
Been mad to see life's managed.
Okay.
Be a Karen to life.
Make life rue the day. I thought it could give
I think that
Firefall
was a
lemons.
Portal reference.
It
Yeah.
was indeed. Congratulations. Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your
Okay. Let Fair tell me what he is doing.
I rage.
Okay.
And I also, since I'm 4th level, I also have Path of the Neric. Burning Rage. When... Loading. When enraged, any enemies take 1d4 fire damage when making a melee attack.
Okay.
That's for you to know. And since I'm closest to the bear, you know what I do?
Are you going to whack the bear?
I'm going to whack the bear.
That ends well. That always ends well.
Okay, so roll to whack the bear.
Can I just say,
The whacking.
everyone gets guidance. Everyone gets guidance.
You get guidance, and you get guidance.
Which means
Everyone
add
gets guidance.
1d4 to all of your when you're just not attack rolls, but when you're doing skill checks, just in general.
Oh, skill check. Not attack rolls. A 15 and plus adjustment to plus adjustment. Where is it? Yeah. I know that my concentration. God damn it!
You're having a little trouble there.
No, not at all. What would make you say that? There you are.
Almost.
So just the proficiency bonus, or also the strength and proficiency?
For your attack?
Also- yes, for the attack.
To roll to attack, you would roll your proficiency bonus, your strength bonus, and that would be how you find out your two
Also,
hit.
like, as I was saying before, how since I'm 4th level, I get a ability score up. My strength is now an 18. Does that adjust my proficiency?
That should adjust it to a 4. That should adjust your score to 4.
Ha! I'm smarter
Yes.
than you are strong.
And I am stronger than you are.
I'm smarter than all of you.
No, you're wiser.
You're
There's a
wiser
difference.
than all of us. You're definitely not. I think the course of last campaign proves that.
Hey,
Wait, may I? Shut up, no teeth.
Hey,
He shouts from the air. She runs for her
Shots
life.
fired.
Okay. Fair. What was your roll for to attack?
15 plus 6.
Okay. And that
Nice.
hits. And go ahead, roll for damage. Don't forget to add your strength to your damage roll.
Please.
And that's a D8 plus 4. 11 points of damage.
Oh.
Okay.
Very nice.
Fire
Good
damage.
roll.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You do not have the fire damage added to your attack yet, correct?
It's for a melee attack.
No, to your attack.
For my attack, yes, because I'm raging.
No, have you added it to the number you just gave?
No. It is not added to the attack. So a 7 roll plus the 1d4, which would be a 2, so it would be a 9 total damage.
I am translator.
Okay, so the melee attack against you gives fire damage. If that makes sense.
That would be something that would need to be clarified in the Path of the Lyric.
Okay, I will fix that.
Because the way it sounds in the Path of the Lyric sounds like it's every time I make a melee attack.
No, I think you get. I think that you actually get that farther on, if I remember correctly.
That makes sense. So then it'd be 7 damage. And I'm also on fire!
I'm on fire!
That could be your character
Wow,
slogan.
I'm on fire.
And I'm also on fire.
this girl is on fire.
So our Hulk character.
Actually, I didn't. I don't think I added that one. Okay, so go ahead and add it to your attack as well.
Really?
We're gonna need it.
Okay.
So
I won't argue. DM says get more damage? Okay.
yes, you do get a D4 of fire damage when you attack, and when you are attacked, they take a D4 of fire damage because you are on fire.
Awesome.
Oh,
Very
oh,
nice.
extra fire damage? Oh, I shouldn't. But I guess if you're offering it, maybe. Okay.
If I must.
I wouldn't want to impose, but sure, I'll light myself on fire.
Appreciate.
As you do.
As he does.
Okay, so what is the total for me?
So it'd be the 7 was the initial D8 damage,
Okay.
and then D4 was, so that'd be 9 total damage. The 2 for fire damage,
Okay.
and they're made
Okay.
of wood, which makes me happy.
Which means they're on fire. What have you done?
I did a great thing. Don't question it.
You know that. You know that gif with the bees where it's like, you get bees, you get bees.
Bees!
It's that, but
Just
with
Oprah
fire.
dancing on
Glorious
stage.
flame.
Okay, let's check who's next.
It's my turn now.
Yes.
Wait, I have a question. Am I out of the rotation now that I've disengaged?
No, you're still in the same spot. Disengage is just basically you are making sure the enemy doesn't smack you in the ass as you run away.
Okay.
Yes.
You also didn't disengage from anything because you weren't engaged in anything.
Oh. Okay.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
good.
so you wasted a turn.
Oh.
Alright, so I'm moving. I'm gonna go here. We're gonna avoid the fire. And then we're gonna go over here.
Why would
And I'm
you
gonna go
do
over
that?
and I'm gonna fly.
Fire is friendly.
No. Friendly fire? No, thank you.
Alright, so,
So you
what I just
hold
did.
on. You need to be. Hold on.
I need to be over here.
Yes.
Alright,
'Cause
so I
otherwise
flew
you're
up and
underneath
over the
him.
bear. I flew up and over the bear. I should have clarified. I ran around fair and then up over the fire.
Yeah. So
Over the
There's
bear.
the tactical retreat.
technically, what you did was move around his threat range. So he takes up a 3x3 area, and everything 1 square around that is his threat range.
Okay, so I went here. Okay, and then here, and then I went here.
Okay. That is acceptable.
All right, great. And I'm going to attack him.
Okay, roll to attack. I believe you also add strength to your attack rolls.
I rolled a 19, which is a crit for me.
Okay. So, with crits for me, you're going to roll not just one of your damage dice, but 2 of them.
Okay, is it max 1 or is it roll both of them at the same time? That's
You
the
roll,
clarifier.
you roll both of them at the same time, and you add them together.
All right.
And also add 2 of your strength modifier.
All right, add 2 of my strength or all of it?
So you'll add your strength modifier, 2 of them.
Okay.
So if you have a 4, you add 8.
Okay. So I've rolled a 13, so I add 10. That's 23.
Okay.
23 adjusted.
Okay.
Bap.
And are you doing anything else? Because I know you have an action surge.
I'm gonna fly up one more space out of the bear's attack.
Okay. And with that,
How is that bear doing, by the way?
what was your AC again?
My AC is 18.
Oh boy.
Okay, you narrowly avoid being swatted as you fly out of his threat range.
Nice.
Woo.
So, next is...
Can I just say, I'm so starved for human contact that I heard a girl talking in the background and thought it was me.
Wait, how can? Wow.
So, Namink and Ballistic are tied. So you two need to decide which one's going next.
I'll let Namink go.
Okay, Namink, what do?
Am I engaged with anyone?
You are in the threat range of one of the Timberwolves. He smacked you earlier.
Right. And I did not take half my hit points. I forgot to add my modifier to my throw, so I threw that on there.
Good job.
I am going to... I had this planned. And then I'm going to use my cantrip Blade Ward on the one that swatted me, the one that's close to me.
What does it do?
It does... Let me pull it up here. Extend your hand and trace a sigil of warding in the air. Until the end of your next turn, you have resistance against bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage. Oh, no, man, it's up by weapon attack, so I'm not going to do that. Because that's not a weapon.
You are correct. It is technically not a weapon. They're wooden claws. Also, Ballistic, while you're waiting for your turn, I would be picking out what you're going to do, because you are a spellcaster. So,
Would it by chance be possible to charm it?
it is technically a construct, so...
No, okay. Just making sure, because... You know, that would be dope.
I know you guys really like really this guy is up.
You're cutting out there, Yoshi.
Yeah.
You're really not that charming.
I don't know why your laptop keeps doing that. It's super annoying. What were you trying to say?
I know you guys really like charming monsters, but this time we really gotta beat these guys up.
Yeah. I have an idea for when it's my turn
Is it
again.
possible to scare constructs
No, not normally.
and demoralize them?
For the most part, they're meant to be emotionless.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I think that's very fortunate for, like, the morality side of the party.
Yes.
Yes.
Fine.
Stralis will not feel bad about kicking their asses.
Yep.
Well, it doesn't matter to me.
I thought you were gonna, like, summon their mother and then burn it.
I summon thine mother.
I am going to cast Burning Hands on it then.
Okay. What level?
So Huh?
I believe it's a first level spell, and I believe you have second level spells available, correct?
Correct.
So, what level?
At second level or higher. Okay, so I'm going to cast it at second level so that it's 4d6 damage.
Burn him.
So it's a 15-foot cone of fire that's flashing out in front of me.
Okay.
That's
Basically the one.
4d6 damage. So let me do this. And there's no plus, so I put the roll in 20.
I see it. It's 15.
No, it's so with this one, it's me and the guys that I played with for a while. Oh, I see. You did it right. Never mind. I thought you were rolling it. Okay, and that would. What is your saving or your
That'll
spell
be
DC?
13 unless it goes up by leveling, which I haven't found anything that says it does.
It'll go up if the modifier goes up.
Okay. My modifier hasn't gone up yet, so.
Then you will have it the same. So what is it?
15.
All I heard was teen.
15.
15. 1, 3.
Oh, 13. 13. Okay.
13.
So the timber wolf manages to nimbly dodge the fiery attack, only taking half of the damage.
Ooh. Are you sure we can't make friends with them?
Hear you yelling.
I think we can't.
Oh man, that was good damage. That's a lot of damage.
I think leaving
That's a
you
lot
seems
of
like a
damage.
good option.
Ballistic, it is your turn.
Okay, what's near me?
The bear.
The bear is
Fire?
directly in front of you. You are well
it
within
made
his range.
What is
Run,
it,
run,
what is it
run.
made of?
Wood.
Wood.
Made of wood.
Can I use control flames?
No, don't try to
What are
fight
you gonna
it.
do? Use fall fire as a candle?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, fair enough.
I would just like to say that if he gets himself in more danger than is necessary, it is not my obligation to save him.
Hey, I
So-
have medicine, so I'm good.
So you can go ahead and do that. Fair.
Yes.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. you say.
Wait, what?
Oh boy.
What did I just
Okay.
do?
And there's no
I have to roll under.
intended consequence.
Did you do
Ju-
again? What did
Just
you get?
just roll the Constitution saving throw and let me know what you get.
12.
Okay, so you managed to control his flames without putting them out. Now what are you going to do with them?
I'm gonna light the polar bear on fire.
Okay, and what does the spell say that you could do with the flame?
You instantaneously expand the flame 5 feet in one direction, provided that wood or other fuel is present in the new location. Instantaneously extinguish the flames within the cube. You double or half the area of bright light and dim light cast by the flame. Change its color or both. The change lasts for 1 hour. You cause simple shapes such as the vague form of a creature.
I would like to point out that this is a cantrip, so it can't do that much damage.
So
It's literally just lighting this guy on fire. It doesn't even do damage, technically.
Oh.
so when,
Wouldn't burn through them? It's fire.
roll 2d4.
Okay.
So if you type
6.
Okay, you got it? Okay. So you've now lit the bear on fire. If you continue to hold concentration on this spell, you will do another d4 of damage per turn. If you attack otherwise, you will stop doing the damage.
Okay.
And now I believe it is finally Notion's turn.
It's finally Rye's turn.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, Rye. I kept.
Okay.
You two are like.
No,
It's Rye's turn. Yeah, I kept.
no,
Your two are like right
what
next
were
to
you
each other.
gonna say? We were what? We two are like what?
They were
So
like
similar.
right next to each other, and I kept just like glancing at it, and it looked at. For some reason, I thought it was Notion because Notion is
Say what
normally
you were
last.
thinking. So similar in your equal feminine wiles. Sorry.
No, I was going to say that Notion is normally last.
I'm deviously wild.
Yes. I
How
would
do you spell
seriously
that?
consider healing up the zebra.
Okay, so I'm going to fly away. Who is on the ground? I can like levitate a creature with me. Who is
So-
on the ground, unable to fly, and wants to leave?
So you're trying to leave?
I just want to first, like, who in the party is on the ground without the ability to fly and wants to leave the battle?
Not I.
I think.
Just
Have
ballistic?
the ability to fly, but
I don't want to leave.
Yeah, no, I'm leaving you there no matter what you want.
I have the ability to fly, but I can't do that until my next turn, and I will have already taken damage by then.
So would you like me to take you with me?
Yeah.
I can just, like, you can come back down after, but if you just want to be out of the direct line of attack.
Yes.
Okay. So I am going to fly directly upward full speed and use my levitate ability to do my best to bring Nimic with me.
That's nice.
Opportunity attack.
Holy crap.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Okay, I did not disengage for the sake of bringing you with me. Let's hope this... Again, I'm not bringing you closer to the bear, so it should be okay for you.
I mean, I think he
Namink?
gets an attack of a...
Namink and Stralis both take attacks of opportunity. And sorry, Stralis, but yours was a crit. So
Okay,
Ah, dear.
how many down?
you just took 24 points of damage.
Okay,
Boy.
I am unconscious.
Oh no.
Wait, let me check. I'm very bad at math. That might be wrong.
Wait. How
I
many?
took a
How many
calculated
health
risk.
hit points do you
Man,
have?
am I
36.
bad, man.
Yeah,
No
you gotta
way.
roll the Constitution then.
I have like
Oh.
13.
Roll
Okay,
Constitution then.
uh,
Notion, how the heck do you have only 13? There's no way.
I keep rolling bad.
If you take over your half your health in one attack, then you roll a Constitution saving throw to see if you pass out or not. And Namink, you take 8 points of damage from the wolf that you were attacked by. But if she passes out, you're kind of screwed.
I mean, he can also fly. Do you allow reactions like that?
Oh, that's right. He can't. Then why are you? I don't know.
Because he can't move until his next turn, and he's right in the line of damage.
So, are you? Do you need to roll any saving throws?
Me?
Yes. Constitution saving throw. And let me know
Okay.
what you get.
I'm rolling a d20 and adding my Constitution modifier.
Yes, and if you have proficiencies in the Constitution saving throw, you will add the proficiency, but only if you have proficiency. in
I
it.
do not.
Okay.
Okay, so that was an 18 plus 2, 19, 20.
So you managed to take that. As you were trying to take off, you take a nice. The Timberwolf takes a nice chunk out of your butt as you
Oh.
take off. You take it like a champ,
Wait, what?
and you manage to lift Holdmeyer up with you.
Okay.
Now, question: if I lose half of my max hit points or half of what I was previously at?
If one of your enemies attack you and that attack does half of your max hit points, then you do the Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
So how many damage did it do to me again? I'm minusing it in the thing.
24.
24. Okay, that leaves me with 12.
Oof.
Wow, you're strong.
That would have killed me twice. I don't.
I'm also a
my
weaker
health
class.
can I just say, like, I should not have this much health. I rolled very lucky.
So
Yeah, I can tell.
it is now the monster's turn.
Yay.
Wait a second. What about me?
Do I keep
Then monsters go
It's not
before
your
you.
turn yet.
You had a 15, remember? You were the
Feedback is
first
still
of the
okay.
party to go. Can you quit removing your nameplate?
No.
Who? Oh,
No.
okay. All right. Right. I remember now.
So, for Stralis and Hallmeyer, because you were the most immediately available for them to attack, they attempted to attack you, which did not go well for one of them. The other one managed to land on his feet. The first one managed to land on his face. For a whole...
Haha.
They like jumped at us.
Yes.
Heard it's confusion.
We are out of their range, though, right?
At the moment, yes. They can make a jumping attack to get at you, but they roll at disadvantage to do so. And, Wildfire, I don't know how to tell you this, but you're about to get hurt really bad.
That is aiming at the zebra. Hold on a second.
Can this be a dream too?
You're aiming at the zebra right now.
Oh, that's me. I can tell you for sure that is me.
Wait, I'm sorry,
Alright.
did Derpy go through this forest alone?
Oh no.
You take 22 points of damage,
So
and
30.
so it is now Notion's turn.
Please
Okay.
do something to hurt one of the bear.
All right. I would like to use my second level spell, Scorching Ray.
Okay,
Has a range of 120 feet.
I am very familiar with this spell. So you
Specify
Wait, for
where
goodness
you're
sake.
aiming it and don't hurt your party. Don't hurt your party.
Yes, please do not light me on fire.
remember, Stralis, Hallmeyer, and Archon are all on the same level as you.
don't forget to add the 1d4 fire damage for attacking me.
I already did.
Awesome.
Okay, so does that mean like if I were to go off at this wolf on the right, that I might risk hurting my teammates?
If you don't specify where it's going, it might.
Okay, well, like if I specify the targets, is there a chance it'll miss and hit someone? I guess there is, isn't there? That's if I.
You still have...
Fire damage.
You normally won't hit somebody else unless you roll a nat 1 and are aiming at a group of people.
Okay, can I just do one at a time?
You're going to roll 3 d20s, and you specify where you are aiming them.
Okay. All right. So
Why is this so complicated?
I roll a 13, an 8, and an 18. I want to send a 13 to the bear.
Okay. You miss.
It's okay.
All right. I want to
Singed his
send
fur.
the 8 to the bear.
You miss again.
I want to send the 18 to the bear.
Oh my god, he hit it.
Struck the bear right in the
Times the
face.
charm.
Okay. And it's how
And
many-
all it took was failure 3 times.
Twice.
No, 2
Third
times.
time me.
Third
It
time's a
was...
charm.
Yep.
2d6
I got it.
fire.
Roll high, boy.
So that's okay, 10.
Hey, nice.
You watch as the bear staggers from the impact of the fiery beam.
Yes.
He doesn't seem... He seems like he's still going to be able to stand for a little while longer, but he seems like it's really starting to hurt.
All right, good.
Nameless, your mic is getting really loud.
I shall kill something at least.
Now it is Yoshi's turn. Or was it Fair that
It's
went?
actually fair. Fair
Yeah.
went first.
Is it my turn?
Yes, Fair, it is your turn.
Yes.
Do the attack. You are still raging.
Strike this bear.
I I will strike the bear.
Strike me down.
Roll the strike.
I rolled an 18 natural plus 4 for strength is a 20. Oh, 22. 22.
That hits.
Yeah, I assume it does.
Woo!
And 8 for damage.
Is that with the D4? Hold on, there's math going on.
There's much math happening.
10.
Very nice.
Okay.
That should be enough.
Archon, it is your turn.
And then
All
the
right.
plus 2 for... So 12. Because...
Hang on, is this bear still standing?
That didn't finish him?
It is not as... It looks pretty beaten up, but it's not fallen down yet. Or fallen apart.
All right.
Keep it alive until my turn.
Can we get this guy to
We'll
join
see
our
about
herd?
that. Yeah, can we just get this bear? All right, I'm rolling to attack.
I want to kill the bear. I want to kill it.
I've rolled. Hold on. I've got that.
Excuse me, how many things are on fire here?
17 plus 7. 24. I roll a 24 adjusted.
Not
Okay.
enough things, goddammit.
That hits.
Exactly.
All right, and now I roll my d8s.
Don't forget to add your strength.
Good point. I roll 9 plus 5 is 14.
And that's your total damage?
Yes, I strike the bear on the head.
Are you
Or
using...
rather, on the ears.
You want to use an action surge, or is that the end of your turn?
I'm gonna use an action surge.
Okay.
All right. I roll. It is an 18 nat, so that makes it 25 adjusted.
Oh.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
one powerful spanking.
All right,
So that-
and I strike
that hit?
at the bear once more.
And the damage is...
14 plus 5 is 19.
That's gotta be the final.
So as you swing your hammer in a mighty blow, the bear explodes in a shower of splinters.
Gosh dang it, I wanted to kill it.
Hey, Sarah. Ha ha!
You should have ran, young lady.
I want to kill something, alright?
You still have
I
two.
strike it.
You have two other creatures.
I strike down yet another creature.
No, but they run away in fear because we just killed their leader, right?
So
They're still constructs.
Namik and Ballistic, whoever's going first, and do your thing.
Our turn again?
Yes, I believe Namik went first. So
I am going to. One, I'm gonna fly myself now, so what's her face doesn't need to keep levitating me.
Good idea.
But I'm going to cast
Stralis
Magic
to the rest.
Missile at a second level,
okay,
which deals 1d4 plus 1, and I'm going to direct. I get 4 bolts, so I'm going to direct 2 at each of the remaining enemies.
okay.
So
I don't count
here's my first roll, and then I'm making the other 3 physically.
Love the sound effect.
So 2 of them. So the one on roll 20 is a 4. Then 2 of them were 3s and a 2.
Okay. So what is the total for each?
So for one of them, it's going 6 and 6.
Okay.
Nice.
6 damage apiece.
Okay, just don't
Ballistic,
get
it
the
is
same
your
thing
turn.
again.
How far away are the wolves from me?
Each square counts as 5 feet.
Okay, so that would be so about 15 feet. So can I use Earthbind on the wolf on the right?
So the one that's looking at Haldmar?
Yeah.
Yes, you can go ahead and attempt to do so. What does the
Okay.
spell do?
Choose one creature you can see within range. Yellow strips of magical energy loop around the creature. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw, or its flying speed, if any, is reduced to 0 feet for the spell's duration. An airborne creature affected by the spell descends at 60 feet per round until it reaches the ground or its spell ends.
I think there's a fire alarm happening. I'll be back.
Oh my.
Oh,
What is your spell DC?
DC. Oh, right. 15.
The what is it? The Timberwolf failed, so it is now bound.
Yay.
Everything's okay.
Good.
Everything good, Ray?
But it wasn't flying in the first place, was it?
He also can't move at all now.
Okay. Alright. That makes sense.
And that would be your turn, so I believe it is now Rye's turn. Yes, Rye.
Okay, so what is their jumping range? Like, so you mentioned their attack range is 5 feet. Does that include their jumping?
Yes.
You mean vertical? How high can they jump?
Well,
like,
threat range at least. They can get 10 feet, but 5 feet is their threat range. So if you were, you
so
can.
I'm going to go 10 feet. I'm going to just fly so I'm 10 feet away.
Okay.
And I am going to, hopefully, is there, like, I'm imagining we're in a forest and I can stand on something, so it's not if I get hit, I'm going to, like, die because I can't fly anymore. Right?
There are trees nearby. You can move to a tree.
Yeah, so I guess I'm going to perch on a tree that's within 10 feet range, hopefully at the further end of that.
If you look, there are green squares. Those are the trees.
Yeah, I'm going to...
Your voice is echoing through.
Yeah,
Which is
someone
the
is echoing.
closer tree?
There,
This
you're in a tree.
There. Okay, and then I have one more move. I am going to cantrip Eldritch Blast the one that's real close.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack.
What does that do?
Okay,
It's an explosion.
it's the best
Basically.
cantrip.
Really, it is.
Only for warlocks.
Oh, okay. Man.
So, what are you doing? Roll to attack.
Okay.
What is it?
1 second, I just forgot what the modifier was, so I'm googling it. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, why am I being so far? I thought my range was 10 feet, but it's 120.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can I retroactively pretend like I went further than 10 feet? I'm kidding.
I just put
Okay.
you in the nearest tree.
Yeah.
I see. You're in the tree.
Okay, so I'm rolling 1d10.
One of them hollow trees.
One of them hollow trees.
Did you roll to attack yet?
I'm rolling a d10. I just have to find one.
You need to roll a d20 first. It is a spell attack.
No, it isn't. It's a cantrip.
It is a spell attack.
Okay, d20. That is a 17.
That hits.
Okay. And d10. So this is so this is going to be 1d10 plus my charisma modifier.
Is that what your stuff gets it for you?
It's spellcasting ability, which is charisma. So
that is your warlock thing giving it to you, correct?
yes.
Okay.
So that is 4 plus 5, so 9.
Okay.
Very nice.
Very nice. Very nice.
It is now the wolves' turns.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Sometimes in this world, you gotta be both.
Nobody has been hit.
But never at
That's
one.
pretty good.
A sticker on his laptop that says
Yay.
I'm a lover and I'm a fighter.
So now it is Notion's turn.
Okay.
Oh,
We
I
believe
didn't
in
study
you.
for this. Okay.
Motion is confused.
I have something offensive, right? Can I do what was chromatic orb? Is that offensive? I want to do something
That's an
powerful.
offensive orb.
You have a
Okay, let me
spell
just-
description. Read it.
Yeah, I
I'm
have the app
offended.
open here.
Therefore, it's offensive.
Chromatic orb. Yeah, okay. So I choose I'm going to cast chromatic orb at it. At oh, which one should I go for? Which one do you think
Breaking! Pick one.
the one right at my back.
Pick the one that's weaker.
I think which one's weaker then?
The one on the left is the weakest.
Okay, I'm going for the one on the left. You hurl a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy at a creature that you can see within range. You choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder for the type of orb you create. Fire orb.
Okay.
And then you make a ranged spell attack against the target. If the attack hits, the creature takes 3d8 damage of the type you choose. Okay,
So level to attack.
3d8. Here we go.
Don't you have to roll a d20 first? Or did I mishear
do.
that?
19. Wait, what's my modifier for that?
You have a
It should be
spell
on your-
spellcasting modifier. If you're using the app, it will tell you what it is.
Your modifier should be charisma.
Charisma. Okay.
Mhm.
In that case, I got 21.
Okay.
Nice.
That hits. So what is the damage?
12.
Okay.
Oof.
Yep.
You said how many d8s?
3.
Okay.
I didn't roll very well. I never do.
Now that's true.
Cries in bad rolls.
So you guys see Sawtooth hurl this little flaming orb at the Timberwolf, and as it makes contact, the thing explodes in a ball of fire.
There we go.
Oh. Why couldn't mine do that?
Yes.
Because you only did a d4's worth of damage.
We are still happy.
Wait, what'd you say?
He asked why his couldn't do that, and the difference is 3d8 to 2d4.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I was kidding.
Yeah.
It didn't sound like it.
Take 2d4 of damage. I'm like, what?
Light our light our source of fire.
Oops. Like I lit myself on.
Great job, Tekkit.
Fair and Yoshi, it is y'all's turn.
Alright, it's fair. Fair is going, I think.
Yes, I'm going.
Fair has forgotten English.
Ohio gozaimasu.
Is that where you're rolling for charisma and you get a crit fail? You forget English.
Oh, that's so much less racist than what I thought you were going to say. Thank you.
Insulted ancestors 3 times over.
Something racist.
It's
Well,
it's notion. It would hurt him to say something like that.
Okay, he starts speaking in Japanese, and you're like, "Is that what happens when you lose all charisma?" And I'm like, "Hey."
No.
That was Fair that did that.
If anything, I'm a weeb.
No, on average, Asians tend to be smarter than Caucasians, so
I am living
like
proof
you-
So-
that's wrong.
pickle pass
Fair.
and you start
Hey,
speaking a different language.
Oi.
Fair.
The
What do
one
you?
on the right is still alive, correct?
Yes, he's still stuck.
This one right here.
Yes,
So
that
he's the
one.
sitting duck.
This
except he's
one.
Yes.
This
That one is
right
still
here.
alive. Are you going to fix that?
I think I'm going to fix that. So, sprinting over to that. Over to
Advantage.
here. sprinting, running, I attack, and
Because he's restrained, we get advantage, right?
Correct.
Awesome.
Yes.
all right. So then I'm just gonna re-roll that.
What did you roll?
You don't say that out loud.
I
gets
rolled a
to do
4 and a 15,
Okay. The 15 hits.
and the 15 wasn't adjusted, so
Alright, good.
it hits.
Correct.
All right. How much damage?
12
Nice.
points of damage
Total?
total,
Cool.
including the fire damage.
And the rage damage?
That's the thing.
I believe so. I believe you get a +2, don't you?
A +2.
For regular
14?
rage?
14.
Take it.
Okay.
Please don't
Now it
I want
is.
it to explode as I'm charging towards the
It's
ball
my
of fire.
turn.
Yes.
Yay.
Alright, I'm running.
We lost you there.
Alright, I just made moves.
Ooh.
I've
Very
moved over here. I've flown down range to attack this guy, and I am attacking.
We're proud.
Yay.
Alright,
You're-
my first D20 is a 17, unadjusted,
Okay.
and second one is a nat 20.
That's a crit.
Oh. That means this guy is now prone.
He was kind of already.
Yeah.
Still, he's
Double
extra
prone.
prone.
Does that mean double advantage?
No.
No.
Aw.
No, but you can die trying.
I roll 7, 7 plus 10, 17.
Say when team, sir.
17.
Oh boy.
Oh, good. He's 7.
Question: is the other Timberwolf dead?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the other guy's
I
dead.
killed
The
him.
bear and the
Okay.
wolf are dead. Yeah, no shit.
There
He
are
went out in a
apparently
fiery
2
explosion.
piles of
I forgot to
burning
mention I
wood.
shouted word of encouragement. I passed you by.
What did you shout?
I shouted words of encouragement. Like, good job, buddy. It's your first one.
Aw, thanks.
It's
My first
Hey.
murder.
I'm still waiting for mine.
Hey, Sawtooth, don't feel bad. We love you even though you're bad at murder.
Aw.
I once
Wow.
was bad at it, so hey, you're doing better than me, Sawtooth.
Hey,
Everyone's pretty
Ballistic.
sloppy on their first try. It's
Yeah.
okay.
I think you disconnected.
Why?
Because it's not showing you in the roll 20 right now.
Perhaps it was by design.
Oh. I cast an illusion. He was never here.
But I'm in right now.
You are
Oh,
now.
the illusion's back up.
So next, I believe it is Haldmeier's turn.
Finish him.
Oh yes. I'm gonna cast something I called again. Wait. He's restrained?
Currently.
So I'm going to use Burning Hands again at 2nd level,
Ooh, fire.
which
I like fire.
does 4d6
We have
damage.
been very aware.
Really? What gave that away?
Wait. That's it?
That's unfortunate.
Good job.
What's unfortunate?
It
I'm
didn't.
sorry.
I didn't roll super high, but the other thing was I realized it's a little late now, but if they fail the throw, they do still take damage. It's just half
I'm aware.
damage.
I play casters all the time. I've been keeping track of that.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Reed.
attack.
It is now
Attack.
the Desert Reed's turn.
Yes, finally. I
It's
want to
your
kill
last
this thing.
chance. It's our
So-
last chance.
Can I use the ice knife?
You can try.
Why would you use ice
gonna
against
knife-
fire?
You're gonna knife your wizard in the back if you stand there.
I mean, I think he's the No, Fallfire's still on the ground, so he's technically shooting under Holdmeyer.
Are you Oh god, I'm looking at the specs for this and
And what?
nothing.
Are we screwed?
Let the man do his
You're looking
thing.
at the specs for
What? It's a good. It
It's not-
seems like it's a good thing.
What's he doing?
Okay. So
Roll
can I
to
use an
attack.
ice knife on it?
Roll to attack.
Okay. Okay. What?
Oh
So
my.
so it's 1d10,
Okay.
and
You also have a spell attack that you have to roll for.
Everyone around
Okay.
him, pray he misses this. Or pray that it doesn't take off.
so wait. What do I
Pray
roll?
that it doesn't kill us.
You're
So it
going to
says
need
I
to roll a spell attack, which is a D20.
Okay, so it says, you create a shard of ice and fling it at one creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 piercing damage. Hit or miss, the shard then explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet of the point where the oh no, where the ice explodes must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage.
Yeah, you are like you're gonna kill somebody, but it's not gonna be.
Oh jeez. Dang it.
I'm on fire.
Matter if he hits the wolf.
The effects of the cold.
Cold fire.
It means you're Todoroki now.
Okay, so what do I roll?
It's a D20 for the spell attack, and then
Okay.
everybody has to roll a dexterity saving throw that is within 5 feet of the monster.
Okay.
Wait, who's flying there? Because if you're floating above it, you're safe, right?
No, it's within 5
If
feet.
you were within 5 feet of ballistic, you are never safe.
You're within 5 feet of the monster. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm rolling and I got 12.
Okay?
Rolled a 19 dexterity save.
I rolled an 18, 20 adjusted.
Okay.
13 unadjusted.
What is your
Aren't you
DC?
like 10 feet above the ground?
AC?
No, I'm talking to a ballistic. What is your DC?
15.
I'm sorry, Fair, you have now taken ice damage from this.
I'm sorry, wait, isn't he isn't he like a fire being? No, wait, no, that's not.
He is a fire being. Fair is the fireman.
He's
So
a fire
wait,
being.
how
Roll
did he take
2d6.
Wait. Listen, he's a fire being who's about to take 2d6 cold damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, that's not good.
Or it could be really good. Just like light yourself on fire. It's all good.
No.
Ice is
it's
still
either-
water.
Let me indicate, it is either a drop of water or a piece of ice, depending on status conditions around it.
It's water, so yeah. What she's trying to say, Notion, it's water.
Oh.
So,
Because he's
roll
on
2d6.
I'm a lost cause.
fire.
I'm so sorry, Fair. I'll try and heal you if I can.
I promise I'm trying.
Not if I burn you first.
Wait, what?
He's just gonna turn around and start roasting you.
Roll 2d6.
2d6?
That's the damage, yes. Roll it. Ballistic.
That'd be a total of
Oh, me? Okay.
me or him.
It's ballistic spell. Ballistic rolls the damage.
Alright.
Okay.
Better roll
7.
low.
You said 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
That means you rolled a 6 on one of
I
them.
really
or a 4 and a
appreciate
3.
that he threw water.
5 and a...
Okay, so can I just take a second to tell everyone the ballistic not only managed to pour water on our enemy that was burning to death, but also on our teammate
wait.
who relies on fire.
No, it wasn't burned. Wait. It wasn't burning to get death. That was the bear. The bear was burning to death.
We lit just about everything on fire. Listen,
We've been burning everything in our path.
Oh, never mind.
Everything has been on fire at one point or another.
everything is
Okay.
on fire.
I throw knives everywhere and
Riot is your turn.
yeah, me.
Kill this thing.
Okay,
Wolf is still alive? Dang it.
Finish him.
You did 5 points of damage, or it is 7. 7 points of damage.
So I have two things I could do here. Which one sounds more fun to y'all? I can either put it in a pit in the ground where it's out of where we're all out of its attack range because it can't jump 5 feet, and then we all slowly spit on it until it dies. Or
I will have to point out that spitting on it does not do damage.
I'm just saying we'll get there over the course of years.
Oh, until it drowns. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the
I would also like to point out that Earthbind does have a time that it eventually expires.
Well, I'm not doing Earthbind.
Somebody else did Earthbind, that's why it can't move.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it
But if it's in a pit, even if it can move, if it's in a pit, it's
a
harmless.
second option?
Yeah, it's going to be bound in the pit. So we can just all come down, take some time to heal, take some time to like throw stuff at it, or I can Eldritch Blast it. What does the group want?
Blast him.
Set something on fire and throw it at it.
Well,
Blast
if you
them,
can't just give it
ladies.
a friendship lesson and put it on our side, then yeah, blast it.
Village.
Okay, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast them.
We can't give it Stockholm Syndrome. Kill it!
As Pinkie Pie says, light them up, ladies.
Okay, 1d20. Let's do a pink one, because I am excited. Okay, that is a 19.
Alright.
That hits.
I'm going to file that information under information that relates on Rye having emotions that based on color.
I have synesthesia. That's a lie. You're welcome.
So, you
And then
said...
on the... What was it?
Continue.
I don't know what just happened there.
It was
Somebody
on
said something. I heard you said.
And then it went silent.
Yeah.
Continue with the rolling. How much damage did you do?
Okay, I am rolling now. That is a 10.
Nice.
That's not even... We didn't even need that much.
As you cast the spell, it hurtles towards the wolf, and
Oh
it
no, I'm casting it at the bear.
the bear is dead.
Dead.
The bear's dead.
You know what I mean? I'm casting it at... You know what I mean. I'm casting it at the thing
It is the timber wolf.
Yes.
So let me narrate.
Okay.
The spell hurtles towards the timber wolf, and as it makes contact, the timber wolf explodes in a shower of splinters. You hear a strange hissing noise from all 3 piles of wood, and then it goes quiet.
Maybe we should get out of here before anything else happens.
Yeah, these things can reassemble, right?
Which direction are y'all heading?
Can I use mold earth to bury all their shards in the ground in separate places to buy us some time?
I don't think it does that, if I remember correctly.
The ability is just move dirt, so I can use dirt to move holes, and then I can kick the shards into the hole, and then move the dirt back over the holes.
If you want to attempt to take the time to do that.
Do you guys have any objections?
Let's just keep
No. We didn't get to bury the diamond dog, so let's bury this
We
thing.
did bury the diamond dog. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, we did.
No, you got
Sorry.
interrupted. You got interrupted in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
I'm gonna make a bunch of holes. If y'all can kick the shards in, and then I can just quickly replace the dirt, we can do this.
Can I
quickly.
keep some to try and make a slave?
Yeah,
No.
I help
No.
kick all the sticks in the holes that Rye make.
Hey, Fair,
Yes.
do me a favor. Roll
Strike.
percentage.
Okay.
Oh no, is kicking the shards gonna be an issue? Fucking so sorry. I'm so
Kicking
sorry.
Wait, isn't he a fire-like creature?
Fair, before you tell the percentage. Actually, no, just say the percentage.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen.
I guess we're just gonna roll with it.
I see what you did there.
58.
What does that mean?
So as you guys are attempting to bury the monster that you just beat, you start hearing something from the direction of the river.
Is it that fabulous sea serpent?
Is it the sound of Derpy thanking us?
It, the gay sea serpent.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. There's probably no issues.
Oh,
Wait, what is that?
kind of big.
A large,
Oh, no.
angry-looking crocodile crawls from the water and
Oh no.
lets out a hissing roar.
Because I'm
Behind me.
Should just walk away. Just ignore it.
run in zigzags away from it. I know this. I'm in Florida.
For those of you who know what they are, that is a crocodile.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you now that it is not going to be easy to hit.
Is it an animal?
I think we should all just run.
Yep.
He's probably
Yeah.
want to run, yeah.
Let's just run.
Wait. Which direction is the place we're trying to head to?
Yeah, what direction were we going?
Roll survival.
What?
Oh jeez.
Alright. Rolled a 17.
I rolled a 3.
Oh no.
Okay.
I rolled 20 adjusted.
Oh lord, he coming.
Oh wait, I can add something to it. I forgot. 1 second. Strength.
19? That's not gonna do anything. You don't have a modifier.
Oh,
Are we
never mind.
rolling survival? Oh no.
I rolled a 17 adjusted.
Who's my forest buddy and can they save me?
I'm your
Don't
force
worry,
buddy.
Notion, I got you.
Fuck!
Hey, I'm not that bad.
Everybody put what they rolled into the chat, because I was kind of losing track of who was saying what, so that way I can...
Hey, Rye, what did I ever do to you, Rye?
You know? Oh, fucking ballistic, I hate you. With the
Yep.
20, I hate you. I hope.
You want it in the Discord chat too? Or you want it in...
The Discord chat, yeah.
Wait, Notion rolled a 3?
adjusted?
I rolled.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got him covered.
Okay, I
What'd
got a
you get, right?
15 though.
Everyone got double digits but me.
But Rye, why don't you like me? What did I do wrong?
Other than support slavery, let me make a list.
So- As you guys start taking off running, which one are you? Archon. Archon manages to grab the tail of Sawtooth as you guys make an escape from the angry crocodile as it is headed
Do
to...
I need to... Awesome.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. What would I do without you, Archon?
Forest buddies!
Probably die. Let's move.
Probably die.
I told you I would do whatever necessary to keep you safe.
And that
You're-
meant chasing your tail.
I'm indebted to
Yep.
you.
And
saved
make
my life.
yoinking you out of the way.
I'm eternally grateful.
So that ends the this part of the combat. You guys are now mildly lost in the
You know, at least
Forest.
it's only miles.
Everfree. Everfree forest.
You do happen to come across a set of tracks, though,
Oh.
Oh, can I use nature?
Are they Dorpy?
to use tracks to track someone. You would have to roll a what's it called?
Perception?
Investigate or not investigation, just survival.
Survival? Okay.
Yes.
Another
Okay,
one?
add a d4 to that. Add a d4 to that.
Huh?
Okay.
Anyone who rolls anything, add a
I got a
d4.
20 adjusted. Ah, dang it, I didn't want to open that.
Okay.
I'm putting it in the chat.
Alright.
Okay, I'm gonna help as well. That is
I
an
am
8.
trying to.
Ryan's
I-
helping.
I rolled a 20 adjusted as well.
There we go. Sorry, I was fixing the stream.
Yeah, as long as one of us
It's
As long as one of us gets it, we should be fine.
Nice. I think me
Our
and
modifier-
Zebra both got it.
So,
Yeah.
I heard a 20. Anybody roll anything close to that?
Nice.
Two
We have
20s?
3 20s and
3
a
20s.
19.
And a 19.
No, 3
Okay.
20s. No 19, I think.
No,
That might have been
19,
bait.
Has everyone been adding their guidance?
Yes. That's how I got a 20.
Wait, no, I haven't. Then I'm 24.
Oh, nice.
Well,
Oh,
fuck you then.
Hey,
I mean, nice.
Right, what am I doing to you? I'm not hurting you or anything.
I mean, good job. I mean, I'm proud of you, my son.
I think she's joking. So,
We're forest buddies running through the forest.
What?
Burn it down.
We
you
support
guys
each other.
start following the tracks, and all you know is they're pony tracks or something of a hoofed nature.
These tracks
really-
are made of tracks, yes.
And you spend a little time.
Luckily, almost no one in this world is a hooved quadruped.
You spend a little time making your way through the forest, and you come across a fairly large clearing. Now, you're not quite in the clearing, but you do notice there are quite a few ponies here. All of them are wearing red and black robes with hoods. So you can't see any of them. But in the middle, you see Derpy tied up, and with two larger, what appear to be unicorns, arguing over something.
We just walked into a cult.
Wait, it might be a LARP meet.
It's a cult.
should.
A cold cult.
Can I kill them all and keep Derpy alive?
Oh, what?
I think that we should take
You
some
notice
time
that
to
there's a
heal
total
up.
of at least a dozen.
I think we should take some time to heal up and come up with a plan before charging in.
Okay,
I agree with Brian.
If anybody has an AoE attack, it'd be really useful.
What's
Or some way to lure them away.
Vampires?
Okay,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna make everyone look at me and then say, "Watch what I am doing, so you are not surprised and attack me." And then I'm gonna use Mask of Many Faces to match cultist perfectly.
Does it also account for clothing?
Yes, that does also account for clothing.
Okay.
Okay, so 3 of us can go down there in disguises.
Yeah, and then I
Except
can
one of you guys don't know that.
Oh, I mean, 2 of us can go down there in disguises.
also for the rest of you, I can use illusions to kind of give you, I don't know, a cult cutie mark. I can do that.
You can't see.
I have a.
Yeah, you can't see the cutie marks from the way they're dressed.
Oh.
I have a spell that says pass without trace.
That'd be good.
You might
just
want to
like
read
to
the
mention-
description on that.
I'd also like to mention that I have disadvantage on stealth, so that's a thing.
So I think that only the shapeshifters of us should go in and
I can use minor illusion to create another cloak, but that could disappear at some point, so I don't think that's very safe.
Yes,
I can
the
also-
Constitution rolls for that will be a pain.
Yeah. So I think there's the 3 of us walk in. Sorry, I'm late, buds. Let's
Let's do it. Cult
Let's
stuff.
see.
let's make a plan of how we're going to get in there.
Wait, so
So
the
who's
main
not
plan
going in
itself,
there, first of all?
like,
No,
Wait, the
you
main-
guys still don't know that I can disguise myself.
So it's just
So you're
me
not
and
going
Nokia going in. And both of us have high charisma, so we can probably keep up disguise as well. Right?
Alright, so who's not going in?
Yeah, I have pretty high charisma.
Everyone
I'm
else
not going
high?
in.
I've got pretty high charisma.
Just like real life, am I right?
I've got pretty
Oh God.
Or, yeah, I'm actually gonna go with them, even though I don't have a gun.
Please don't. Please don't.
I'm not sure.
Jesus Christ, please don't.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
I'm actually going to go with them. And we're ruining the plan.
Oh wait a second.
Actually,
We should bring someone as a prop. Like, oh, we brought this person. He was snooping around. Let's
Well,
ask
yeah,
him.
I
Can
don't
I
think
be
we
the one?
have enough information yet, because what if we go in and they're like, "What are you doing with this zebra? This is a
disabled Pegasus only cult. You
Hey,
know?
question: are we healing at all?
Yeah, I think we should heal first. Who is
Okay.
lacking in heals?
I literally didn't take a single hit that whole time, so don't
Yeah.
do anything.
Same here. For once, I'm totally fine.
I can
Okay.
heal myself.
Yeah, you want to know why you're fine? It's because I took the hits for you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
that's true.
Okay.
My
Who
cowardly
actually
butt
wants
for that.
heals? Who wants heals?
I want heals.
The heals.
Okay, Fair Fallen, you're gonna get 1d6 of heals, okay?
1d6 of heals.
It's the
Actually,
best
no,
part,
I'm gonna
right?
do
Heals.
Or
I'm actually
healers.
gonna go over to you. First of all, that is a weirdly foot thing to say. Second of all, I'm actually gonna
What
go
is-
over and try for a medicine roll first, and then use my limited healing dice. So let's do d20, and I can't do guidance of myself, but
Good luck.
okay, Ferris Bueller, cross your hooves. Okay, so that is okay. I rolled onto the carpet, and it landed between a 5 and an 18.
Reroll.
Take the average.
Okay,
You always reroll the cock die.
okay, so this is a 16 plus what is medicine wisdom. So that's going to be a +2 and then a +2. So 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, 20.
Woo!
Okay, so how does that help there at all?
Does that mean I get 20 hit points?
No.
Hold on, I gotta.
I'm sorry for
I just-
making you do that.
Actually, I don't remember how to do medicine.
I think you just add as many as I rolled to his hit points, and they stay there, and that's his new max.
No, that's not how that works. I'm aware of that much.
My new max is more than okay. I'm okay with this.
No, that's not how this works.
She's super
No,
hero.
it's on top of his max. He goes to full hit points, and then what I rolled, and then it stays like that forever, and you can never get hurt again.
Awesome.
I'm gonna just say roll one of your hit dice without taking it out of your pool. That
Okay.
makes sense?
Yeah, sure. So let's see. That would be
One of his hit dice, not the person you're healing's hit dice. Make sense?
Okay. So what is your hit dice, Fair?
1d12.
Oh, that's better than you were gonna get.
Well, wait. 1d12 hit dice is 1d12 plus every level, so that'd be 4d12.
No,
I think
you're only getting one. It's not.
Oh, just.
Oh, that was a carpet dice. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Okay, that's an 8.
And go ahead and add your constitution, and that will be what you add to your current health to heal you.
I'm just looking this up real quick because it says hit dice is 1d12 per barbarian level.
No,
Yes,
this is
you are
something
rolling a d12, adding your constitution.
Okay.
and then adding that back to your health. This is a healing thing, not how you calculate your hit points.
Yes.
Okay, anyone else want heals?
I want
I'll heal myself.
Okay,
healing.
I'm gonna do medicine on myself as. So should I just roll 1d8 and add it to myself?
You still have to make a
realistically-
medicine check first.
Okay. That is a. Is this a 6 or a 9? Fuck. Is the dot at the top or the bottom for when it's.
Bottom normally.
Okay, so this is a 9.
Oh, just think of it like a period at the end of the sentence.
Okay, so this is a 9. Okay,
Nice.
so I have a 9. Well, I rolled a d20 and got a 9.
Do you have
Awesome.
anything to add to it?
Yes, I do. I have 4 to add to it, and so that ends up being 9 plus 4, 13.
That'll get you a hit dice.
Yay! My hit dice, because that's not that great. Okay, so I get to return 1d8 of damage to myself. Okay, so that is a 6.
By the way, I'm back up to 38.
Yay! Do you want to give some of that to me?
I
Since
rolled a 12
Does anyone else
That's
need
less
heals
than
before I continue?
Since nobody wants to heal me, can I roll medicine on myself?
No, I asked you wanted to. I
He's,
asked if anyone wanted to be healed, and you said no.
he said yes a couple times.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna medicine you too.
Aw.
I'm sorry I didn't hear you. I hope I can make it up with literally magic.
I just put my convict powder everywhere.
Better? I needed hit points far more than Fair did.
Okay, I just rolled. Oh no.
What does that mean?
What'd you?
No, it's a 7. We're okay.
Wow.
Oh, it's great when the person who's healing you says, "Oh no."
Well, I was rolling for my medicine check and I thought I got a 1, but I got closer and it was a 7. So 7 plus
Accidentally.
4 is 7, 8, 9, 10,
Accidentally
11.
killed him.
Okay, does 11 on a medicine check help?
We will just do the same thing as we've been doing. As long as you roll above
What's
a
your
10.
hit dice?
6.
1d6?
1d6 plus their constitution modifier.
Okay,
2.
that's a 5.
So you get 7 HP.
Roll it for myself too.
I can give you guidance if you do it.
I'm only going to allow one at a time because I know this is not how this is supposed to work.
Okay. And then, yeah, I feel like we should do more fortifications for the people who are staying behind. Either they should go further off into the forest to hide in the trees, come up with some kind of backup plan in case we get discovered and they need to get us out of there.
Can I heal myself?
Ballistic, you can.
I feel like the forest isn't the best place to hide and be safe. I think you're better, like, I don't know.
With the cultists?
They're kind of like far away, aren't we? Aren't they like
Okay.
down to like?
How about
I mean,
we get everyone up into a tree so that.
It's a fairly large clearing right now. If you guys were to start yelling for any reason, they would know immediately where you are.
So you're probably safe. You're probably safe if you just stay put. As long as you
Okay,
don't
so-
yell or draw attention.
okay, can I
Just
just
get
mention-
behind cover.
okay, can I just mention something?
No.
I am a zebra who has lived in the Everfree forest for years.
It is a miracle you survived.
So, I think I would know a good hiding spot if we needed one.
Well, you weren't very helpful during that whole battle thing. You could have been more helpful.
Okay, okay.
You think someone who's used witchcraft their whole life would know not to throw water at, like, near
Okay, hold on.
Hey, look. In his defense, he got hit in the face by a wood bear.
True,
Turn
true,
one.
true.
Ooh, does anyone
He's
remember how much
definitely not
damage
in his
I
right
healed
mind. If
myself
he had a
for?
right mind.
Was it 8? Or how much damage did I heal myself for?
9?
9? That sounds right. I knew it was
Yeah.
around that range.
'Cause you thought it
Okay.
was a 6, but it was upside down.
Oh
Did you
no,
say
oh
that I
yeah.
was not able to roll the medicine myself.
Oh no, that was my, that wasn't my, I couldn't have healed a 9 because I was rolling a d8.
Was it 7?
Okay, if it's, so 7 plus my constitution modifier, 7, 9. So yeah, it was a 9.
And I believe somebody rolled for you in the mink.
Okay,
Oh, you got-
cannot roll again.
No, because I know this isn't how it works, and until I take the time to actually look up the rule, I'm going to just let this do a one thing. Now, if somebody has a spell, I will allow that.
I
I
have
can
a
do a
spell.
spell.
Okay, you go ahead. Heal yourself. Let's see how that works.
Hey,
Wow.
That wasn't meant to be bitter.
it sounded very bitter.
It sounded very Bill.
So,
Okay, so
Don't take it personally.
make sure you read your spell before you go casting it this time.
okay, so
For the sake of people around it.
a creature of your choice that you can see within range regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. This
Does it
spell has
work
no
on
effect
your
on.
spell?
So it would be a D4 plus, I believe yours is charisma as well. Or
Does it
no,
work on
wisdom.
yourself?
Yours is wisdom. So D4 plus wisdom.
Okay,
Does it
so
work on yourself?
9.
Who are you trying to heal? Because I know Namink's been trying to get healing.
I'll heal Namink.
Okay. So a D4 is, and you added the
8.
Okay. Namink, you have 8 more hit points.
Hey, thank you.
No problem.
Now,
Get that.
what do?
I guess we go forward with our plan. The half of us, or the ones of us that can't morph or be stealthy, stay behind, and the rest of
Yep.
us go in and try to see what's going on.
Except for me, who you are captivating.
Wait,
I
we're
am-
taking
I
the which
quote-
one's captive? That's probably not a good idea.
It's probably a better idea than me just walking in with you.
Please don't do either of those things.
Coming with, yeah, he's made up his mind.
Choose the better of the two. Choose the better of the worst option.
Well, I mean, maybe they'll disguise themselves somehow that we have no way of knowing to do it.
Choose the lesser evil.
Yeah, that's you talking, zebra.
Hey,
Easy for you to say, talking zebra. Sorry.
okay, why is everybody just getting up on me this time?
I just really, really like the phrase "easy for you to say, talking zebra."
We love talking zebra of the ballistic variety.
So
That's,
yeah,
that's kind of a stretch.
either you guys walk in with Holdmeyer as a captive, or he's just gonna go right along with you.
Either way, he's going.
Either way, he's
I
going.
guess. I
I feel
mean,
like this is another one of those times that Hogmeyer inconveniently gets himself killed.
I'm starting to wonder that as well.
you're gonna get yourself killed again, man.
Let's take this to a vote. When he
No,
gets
he's
himself
going.
killed, do we want to take him with us so he's associated with us? Or have him run on his own into a cult meeting so it looks like it's not our problem? Actually, no, you can be the distraction.
He's walking in with
If
you
you're
guys.
gonna run into
He's
the
just
cult meeting anyway,
no.
you might as well run in and then we can like slip in amongst the cultists as he does so.
He's gonna die either way, so I think this is the better option.
You know, this is our excuse for why we're just walking into the group, because we saw someone snooping around. So we bring Haldmeyer in, and we say, we found him snooping around, what should we do with him? And
Okay,
then,
I think he's going to be in an equal amount of danger if we pretend like we didn't catch him and we just slip in amongst the chaos.
Which one is more?
I'm
Which
not
one
going
is
to
more
say
like-
anything to any of this. I'm going to wait till you guys figure out what you're going to do.
well,
Okay, I think we should do the snooping around one where they think where they say they caught him,
yeah.
because that seems like the smarter option.
I think if we announce ourselves and we use our mouths and we say words, they're going to notice that they've never heard either of us before and we're not in their original.
Oh yeah.
Only one of them
I
can
mean,
change their voice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
But so
changelings can change their voices too. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give it a generally culty
Right.
voice.
well, you're going to give it a culty voice?
Yes.
I feel like that's not going to help as much as like knowing Brian's voice and copying it, because Brian's been in the cult for years, you know, like.
Okay, yeah, but like he said, there were so many cult members, so it's not like they're gonna be
How
intimately
many
familiar
cult
with all of
members
them.
are there? I don't know. I know everyone in my Spanish class. That's
From
like
when,
70
from where
people.
you're standing, there's at least a dozen visible ponies.
Yeah, I think we're good. We're definitely good with this.
You don't know a dozen of your friends' names and voices?
No.
Okay,
You're
no.
assuming I have.
I was
So,
going to
right.
say something, but I think I will wait.
You're really
No,
overestimating me.
Right. I just have to say this: if you go on with this, then like if you want to go on with your plan, there's a high likelihood that Namink will most likely get hurt, and there's a chance that he will die.
No, Namink is going to get. Okay, either way, Namink is going to be
Wait a second.
presented to the group of cultists as a potential, like, thing to be used however the cultists will normally.
I have
Either
detect
he walks
thoughts.
in. Okay, use detect thoughts.
Yeah, I'm gonna use detect thoughts and see, and from a distance, because I'm pretty sure this thing has. I'm sorry. Let me figure this out.
Read the spell first.
Okay.
What the heck was that?
Okay, hear me
The
out.
almighty powerful voice of God telling you to do something.
I did read it. I just added it recently.
Wait. What if we all get into the trees and then I just levitate Derpy away and we all run?
Can it go that far? Can it go that far?
I mean, I can get pretty close. Let's see what my range is on that.
Just like a foot.
I mean, worst comes to worst, it doesn't work. We try something else.
Are the cultists within 30 feet of us?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna have to go in if I want to use detect thoughts on.
Okay, my telekinesis range is 60 feet.
Is that close enough?
Nope.
Oh,
Okay.
dang it. Okay.
But I feel
So
like
we're gonna have.
Hang on. Before anything else happens, Fall Fire, then the Kieran, now turned near it, gets upset, just decides to run in there and say, "Give up the pony."
No.
no. Okay,
It's happening.
Okay, I am going to pretend to be. I'm going to use Mask of Many Faces to shift into something normal of the forest with wings, like a raven or something, right? And fly above using my fly speed, getting as close as possible so that I'm able to levitate Derpy out if things get bad as he runs in, I guess.
Oh boy.
Hold on, I'm rolling a lot of dice at the moment.
We need to.
It's like, oh jeez, how much is the?
That's what happens when you have a temperamental Kieran in the party.
Hey, Rye, what was the quote thing you said? Easy for you to say what?
Easy for you to say, you talking zebra.
I didn't even say anything.
Easy for you to say, you talking zebra.
Okay.
This is just gonna turn into a running joke.
It's already turned into a running joke.
This whole thing is just a complete and utter joke.
Hey, Fair,
I'm just saying.
you're kind of unconscious now.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
What happened?
So you guys watch him charge out into the middle of this opening, screaming bloody murder, and promptly get murdered.
Oh,
The air practically turns into a complete cloud under the number of magic missiles that head his way.
I told you, Rye. I told you.
All right, stealth it is. I think we should go in there.
Oh, there's no. I think stealth is off the table.
Okay, I'm flying in as my raven form above because, or whatever the fuck's in the Everfree floors. And I'm.
The main. Oh no. The main line.
Oh, there was no better way to put that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, these are so great.
It's just gonna be an inside joke, like, oh man, like Notion, one day you're just gonna say something like this in a video and no one will understand the joke except us.
Yeah, you're gonna be quoting Zakora, and you're gonna be like, "Well, easy for you to say, talking zebra."
Talking zebra.
Could I give you permission to use this exact meme as well in your video?
Hey, I'll be getting in the video somehow, so I'll be happy with it.
That's such a specific scenario.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we doing?
Okay, do you want to cultist run in there during the magic flame throwing, or do you want to try
I
to...
will point out that they are all looking in that direction now. They have not seen you directly, but they are all looking in that direction because a flaming horse just ran out.
Yeah, and he's dead. He's just
do
dead.
the prisoner thing. You gotta do the.
He is unconscious. He is not quite dead.
Oh, so you said they murdered him.
He's only mostly dead.
Mostly dead.
Okay.
Which, by the way,
Also dead.
Fair, make a Constitution
I...
check.
Who is?
Constitution check. You got to beat a 10.
19 unadjusted.
Woo!
22 adjusted.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely, even if I'm not flying over, I'm definitely some way
Go ahead and do
before
one more.
creature.
Since we're not actually technically in combat, we'll just make you do all 3 at once.
Wait, you want me to do 2 more?
I thought you just did. Oh, then just do 2 more.
I remember before this started, you complained that like your character always dies in circumstances that aren't your fault. I'm now doubting that.
That was actually the mink.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're
I
not
mean-
always not my fault.
Okay, him adjusted for the second one.
Okay. You got 1 more to pass.
6. Second one
That's a fail.
Oh dear.
Keep going.
That was 2, right? Or is it 1 more?
You need 1 more pass.
One more. 6, 19 adjusted.
Woo!
So he has stabilized, but he is still very much with 0 HP. Excuse me.
How about we heal up the barbarian?
The barbarian is out in the clearing, being monitored by a bunch of cultists who are now approaching.
I think
Alright, how
I am
about...
a whimsical, mask of many faces, whimsical woodland creature. Right now. I am not part of this group.
So you are now a squirrel.
Wait, what are you gonna do once you're up there?
Specifically flying creature.
No, you just said whimsical forest creature, so you are now a squirrel.
I'm okay. I use it again, and also I specified the first 12 times I said I transform.
You went from being a raven to a whimsical forest creature. What do you expect me to say?
I think ravens are whimsical.
I think most of the internet would disagree.
I don't know. Most of the internet's wrong about most
It was
things.
specifically a whimsical raven. So it's
It's a whimsical raven. Yeah. Okay. I'm going back to Raven, and then I'm flying above the party in a tree. Hopefully, I can heal from above or rescue Derpy while the cultists are distracted.
So you notice that of the group of cultists, the majority are headed your way. The 2 larger unicorns and a group of what could be Pegasus or Earth ponies. Oh my god. But you notice that there's at least 3 Earth pony / Pegasi, you can't tell under the robes, and the 2 taller unicorns staying with Derpy. The rest are headed your ways.
Can I make the suggestion that you put ballistic using the ice knife on top of the firefighters?
Wait, what?
Okay. So they're headed. Wait. So is it Rye that they're headed towards? I mean, Stralis.
No, they're headed towards the entire party because that's where the flaming horse flew from.
Okay. In that
Yes, he
case,
made it
you
about
quick-
20 feet out of the forest before he got mowed down.
I quickly shapeshift into a cultist.
Quick thing, Haldemeyer on the side is going to like creep backwards into the woods away from the group.
Okay, I'm.
So
gonna
he has
try
changed his mind about charging in there.
Oh yeah, he's stacking away.
Okay, I'm gonna use just in the meantime, while we are trying to figure everything out, I am going to like minor illusion or like everyone just hide in a bush. Everyone just hide in a bush right now.
Wait. No. My plan is to become a cultist and
Can-
toss him.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Can changelings actually change clothing as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyone who doesn't have a plan, hide in a bush.
My plan was to run out there and see where that got me.
We're not in
They
clearing,
can
right?
morph props as well. Like Chrysalis morphed into her form with a camera. She didn't have a camera beforehand, so it's
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
So
Okay, I'm also going to.
That's a good one.
Can someone put magic missile in all of the bubbles?
Oh, I have to try that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to use prestidigitation to make them not smell like fear for when the cultists come and seek them out.
Question: Does Holdmeyer successfully sneak out of the group and hide
Are you actually sneaking and hiding?
the group so that, like, if you look at the
If you are actually sneaking and hiding, roll stealth.
okay, rolling stealth. He's
Okay,
not
I'm gonna
necessarily
use
hiding.
guidance. I'm using guidance. Add 4 to that, or add a d4 to that.
You can get this. I believe.
Fingers crossed.
Oh no. Oh no.
8.
Okay, 8 plus d4.
You think you are doing a great job. Everybody watches as you leave. Nobody has not noticed you.
Except for me.
You don't count. You're passed out. The cultists have gotten to the fair fallen.
I have a question. Is he close enough to death to count as an object?
No, he is unconscious. He is not dying anymore.
Are you saying I'm an object?
Quite objectifying.
I was just asking a question.
I also have a question.
Well.
Are they within 30 feet yet?
They're within 30 feet, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I would like to cast my what was it called? I'm sorry.
Make sure you read your...
I read it. I would like to cast detect thoughts on them. You can read the thoughts of certain creatures.
He's running the wrong way, though.
He's gotta be running
Sorry, I
that way.
just lied. I couldn't help myself.
Oh, that one's a good one.
Okay. I can learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what is most on its mind in that moment. So
Something
the
about
creature you choose
dogs.
has an intelligence of 3 or lower, doesn't speak any language, the creature is unaffected. But I hope I don't think that's the case here.
So you're just going for surface thoughts?
Yeah. So like I'm thinking, maybe they're thinking about whatever they're doing with Derpy, or the ceremony that they're doing.
Well, at the moment, most of what you're getting equates to, what the fuck was that idiot doing?
That's true, but like surface thoughts, they could also have something in the background being like
The thing they're
this
most
is gonna
thinking
interrupt our
It's in the
ceremony.
background.
Yeah,
It's the
something.
thing they're most thinking about.
The thing they're most thinking about is the fact that they just had to mow down a flaming Nyric.
So this probably isn't gonna do any good to cast. All right, never mind that.
Well, you kind of already cast it, so you just lost a spell slot.
Okay, I cast it. So what do I learn from them?
They're very confused on why a random Nyric just showed up out of nowhere, screaming and yelling, and charged into the middle of them, or attempted to.
Okay, who does not have an escape plan already? Everyone who has a plan? Okay, who doesn't have a plan or a way
My
out?
escape plan is the sweet
I
release
have-
of that.
I have a plan, and
My plan is to become one of them and gather information from them.
Okay, that's good. Who doesn't have a way out of this cult thing?
Well, I'm gonna fly up into the trees.
Okay, Yoshi's good. Who doesn't have a way out?
Am I successfully hiding from the cultists?
You are standing behind a twig about 2 inches wide.
What if, okay, I can't. Okay, I'm gonna use minor illusion if I can to just put a shrub around him.
It appears that Rai has taken pity on you and hidden you.
Okay.
You may roll stealth again.
Ballistic Zebra, what is your plan?
One
Sever
moment.
and pull and run away.
Okay. I don't know if I can help with that.
Oh,
It makes
So-
sense.
What the heck is that picture for?
So I guess
I just realized that all the people at the screen I have absolutely no idea why we're laughing.
Yeah, the stream of memes is it's a bit thick at the moment.
Can I help the people
Yes.
watching this? Can I help the people watching the stream understand what we're laughing at?
Yes.
There are so many memes.
Okay, let me do it. So, basically, David Attenborough in a documentary course, he let a baby out. He saw a baby elephant die of dehydration, and instead of helping it, he filmed it. And we just think that's hilarious.
This one's the best one yet.
Okay, the meme.
Look at that baby elephant. Look at the life like drain from its eyes as its mother can't do anything to help it.
Okay, so let us. Oh, I lost track of who was doing what again.
Alright, so I flew into a tree.
You're in a tree. Are you attempting to hide?
Oh wait, no. Right.
Yeah, sure.
Roll stealth.
It was
Alright,
I re-rolled
rolling
stealth,
stealth.
like you said to. It didn't work.
Heck. I rolled a 2.
Didn't pan out.
4, Justin.
What did you roll in the mink?
They rolled in that one.
I thought I was too bad.
So, as the cultists decide to investigate the area that they came from, that the strange near it came from, Namink jumps out and yells, "I am not hiding!"
Is that like in the museum too, where General Custer just yells, "We are not going to attack"?
Basically.
It's like letting up.
Yoshi is sitting up in a tree holding a leaf in front of his face. He cannot see around the leaf, so he assumes nobody can see him.
I'm like holding my shield up.
I'm gonna minor illusion more leaves around him and hope no one saw him in between those times.
You get a chance to re-roll.
Awesome.
Is there anything I can do to help Namik at this point? I can levitate the
Okay,
balloon.
that really.
There is nothing you can do for Namik.
Okay.
Namik, what was your AC again?
Oh boy, they make no.
Have a chance to react first.
Your reaction was jumping out and yelling you were not hiding.
Yelling, I am not.
Okay, what's going on with ballistic? How is running away going?
I think he's been spotted.
Because I'm going to levitate him into a tree if he has not been spotted.
Enemy spotted.
Most zebras are striped, not spotted.
Oh god, that was horrible.
So it's looking good there so far. Okay, I'm not that familiar with MLP. What are the chances that there were some dumbass tumbleweeds in the evergreen forest? Everfree.
It's a full-fledged forest.
What is large and sometimes goes into trees in the Everfree forest?
I don't know.
Is this a
Very
riddle?
large. I don't know. A duck.
Okay, I'm going to
Die
minor
or something.
illusion.
I'm
don't know.
trying to figure out what she thinks she's doing.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out something. Okay, I'm just gonna minor illusion a cardboard cutout of a bear.
A cardboard cutout.
This is going so well.
As realistic a bear as I can, 2-dimensional. Put it in front of like ballistic, and then just lift him to the top of a tree. As well, also simultaneously.
Miraculously, they did not notice that you moved ballistic, but the rest of what just happened, they are not convinced about any of that.
Okay, what are we gonna do? These are like a dozen
ballistic
people.
is
We can't
safe.
fight them.
Yeah. So everyone has to get an escape plan. Who is currently in danger? Yoshi's hiding well.
Well, right now, if it makes you feel better, there are only 7, and Namink is passed out on the ground.
Okay, so Namink is passed out. Notion is safe because he can hide among the cultists. Yoshi's safe.
You never even told me how much damage I took.
Namink is really fucked.
I mean,
Top of the tree being a bear. Okay, everything's in order. Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah, that minor illusion is going to fade, so hide behind some leaves.
I'm pretty sure being hit by the majority of 7 scorching rays is going to put you down.
But what was the damage?
I didn't bother rolling because at the very least,
Okay,
because
they can't. These cultists can't have that many spell slots, which means the unicorns burnt helping guard Derpy are just lost themselves in magic.
at the most that is 2 spell slots that has been burnt per group that cast.
Okay.
Okay.
It's about time we did a distraction.
And that's assuming that they're actually casting themselves.
Okay. So let's see. The best thing I can think of right now for saving Derpy is that Notion explores with the Notion cultists, joins their ranks, keeps them occupied by telling them to explore different directions, navigating them away from the places where our friends are hiding. While that's happening, I can fly over to Derpy. I can make the ground fall 5 feet below the guards, using levitate on Derpy and flying off into the forest and stashing her somewhere and then returning back to help the others. What else can anyone else do?
I feel like
I can run distraction.
I can go in and figure out what they're doing, because I feel like we need intel on what these guys are actually trying to do with Derpy, you know?
Absolutely. I agree.
That too.
Excuse me, please.
So let's try that plan. I'll walk up to him and tell him to investigate that way.
Excuse me, please.
So damage right now is Nimink. So how can we save Nimink?
I have an idea, but it's gonna be risky.
What is it?
I'm gonna be a distraction. Here's the plan.
No!
Magic missile has a range of 120 feet, and if I dash, I can get 120 feet away.
We don't need a distraction.
Which way are you going?
I'm out of here. Probably up.
Okay, I have so many spells that can be a distraction. What we need is for all of the lives of our party members to not be put on the line anymore. If you can,
give it about 2 more minutes. Somebody else is gonna throw themselves into the fire. You need to do something before somebody else dies from trying to do something.
Wait, so I actually have a good idea.
Ballistic?
So, since I am from the Everfree Force and know my way around easily, why don't I jump down from the tree, yell out where I am, and then run away using my knowledge of the forest to escape easily.
You know what? I won't stop you if you want to try that. If you want to jump down from the top of a tree, yell your own name.
I want to point out, with as many things as you've been hit by, these casters are higher level than you.
Yes, definitely.
So we definitely can't do combat.
Fighting is not something we can do here.
Okay, I think
Distract them.
everyone who is currently in a good hiding place, do not risk that.
I'm in a great place.
I honestly think that it might be a good idea, and then when I get far enough away, I can use invisibility to get away.
Let's take a vote. Is that a good idea?
I mean, what else
do they know the forest as well as zebras do?
We can't control your actions, so in the end it's down to you. I do not approve.
Which is exactly why I ran out into the middle and got properly murdered.
Hey, I mean, you were in a clearing with magic missiles.
I am going to point out that y'all's original plan until Fair ran out into the middle of everything is what I was expecting y'all to do.
It would have worked.
That went sideways real quick.
If it weren't for you meddling dumbasses.
That's why there's a DM.
It took too long to decide.
The instigator has instigated again.
Okay, so can I try and do my plan aimless?
That's up to you. I'm not going to tell you yay or nay.
So I'm gonna try and do my plan. Hopefully I don't get killed.
Okay, just run. Make sure you're running away from where everyone is hiding.
No, duh.
Yeah, let me
I
tell
wouldn't.
you a story
I would
about
also
how
not run into the
clearing
clearing.
got the whole party
I
killed.
wouldn't run into it either.
You've got to be very clear about which way you're running.
Okay, so I would like to run away from the clearing and away from everyone, and to a spot where I know the back of my hoof, and is very dense.
Go for it.
Huh?
I said go
instead
for
of
it.
him jumping
Roll
down from the
dexterity.
tree, instead of him jumping down from the tree, before he gets a chance, I'm just gonna levitate him down. Is that okay?
Roll dexterity.
Or if he jumps,
okay.
passion.
So wait. So what dice do I roll?
D20, and plus
Okay.
4 because guidance. And I'm
Okay.
going to catch him no matter what happens.
So D20 plus 4 and then plus dexterity, so plus 1, so plus 5 in total. 15.
You barely managed to dodge a lightning bolt as it is fired from the nearest startled cultist as you drop next to him.
I have an idea on how I can trick them into thinking there's nothing to worry about. I can tell them that.
Well, I just dropped down from the tree, so they saw me.
Okay.
One of them took a pop shot at him too.
What I can do is, I can tell them that I ran after the original fire person, the original distraction, and discover that they weren't threats, they were just meddling, sneaking around, so I gave them a scare, and that they aren't anything to be worried about.
I think right now.
And since I have good charisma, they might believe me.
I think that would have worked perfectly had someone not just fallen from the tree.
Well,
I think
hey,
right
this was
now
before
the
he
best.
even suggested it.
I think the best thing for you to do right now, Notion, is to instigate all the cultists to run after Zebra.
Yeah.
Keep in mind,
They'll get him or something.
Notion does look like one of the cultists right now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why it would work best.
If we get a chase going, that's not going to end well because it's 12-on-1. We need to get these guys off of our back, and I think we can do that with trickery.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why I was saying, like, I can get rid of them easily by running into the denser part of the woods.
Might I remind you, this is not the first time today you have had to run.
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm going to leave that at that.
Is very dangerous if you run into something on your own. It would have been much better for you to stay in the tree. You can continue with your plan if you like. It's going to make Notion's job much harder. Yoshi, can you give me backup if the unicorns cause trouble trying to, I'm trying to save Derpy once we get rid of the cultists first.
I got you.
I don't care what happens to me. I'll sacrifice myself for Derpy if I have to.
So is my idea good?
May I ask everyone what the most important rule of D&D is?
What?
Don't split the party.
Don't split the party!
I thought that was don't have fireball in the party.
I'm just,
That's like the second most important rule.
That's the silver
I want to
rule.
continue with my plan.
Okay, you just gotta let him do his thing, because he's already started his plan.
Alright.
We've already had one Leroy Jenkins. We might as well keep it going.
Can I just
you might as well.
Can I just run up and meet the cultists at this point and just get this over with?
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you use the guidance every time you speak.
I am going to point out, too, that you did not kill the crocodile.
Yeah, the crocodile's still out there.
Okay. Also, Notion, try and get them all to chase me, okay?
I know. We're trying to get none of them to worry about any of us.
Which means Notion will probably end up having to chase you as well.
Nameless,
Listen.
when I take my turn later, can I specify it's happening at the same time since it doesn't click?
So you are turning.
Well, no, I just mean later when I go through what I'm doing, can I specify this is what I do later is happening right now while they're doing all the cult stuff?
Yes, we're going to take care of their part, and then we'll do y'all's part.
Yeah, just want to make sure you know they're happening at the same time.
Yes, I have done this before. I know how it works.
I know, but I had a DM not, penalty me for not specifying that it happened before I did it.
Okay. So, can I just talk to them now? Can I try to s them into thinking it's not a problem?
Okay, Godspeed.
Wish me luck. And you can
Add +4 to all your rolls. Add
Okay. All right. So. Oh.
If this goes sideways, I swear to God.
I don't know if it can go more sideways.
Can I try?
Yeah, good point.
Should I try
plus
with this?
That's you might be able to pull it off. Hang on.
If this doesn't work, then I'm just running.
You're already on the ground, and you've already had one person take a pot shot at you.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna stand there?
No. I'm gonna keep running. Hopefully they all follow me.
So Ballistic is running into the forest.
You currently have 3 of them following you.
Okay.
Better than nothing.
That's
Okay,
good.
so
That's
I
a good
can't talk
start.
to all of them at the same time.
What did you say, Notion?
4 of them left, Notion.
I can't.
Wait.
I can't
Notion.
talk to all of them at once. What?
No, so, wait, what if you transform into one of the 3 people who ran after me?
They're all
Like,
wearing
run into the
cloaks.
wood.
They're all wearing cloaks.
Yeah, but you can, like, did Notion get a glimpse of any of them?
You're cutting out.
Did Notion get a glimpse of any of the 3 hooded figures?
Do you believe that if Notion were to transform right now, they would all see him?
Yeah.
Remember, transforming changelings have this big fire effect.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, he's
Okay,
already
never mind.
in cult
This is
here.
why I morphed into.
Never mind. Yeah, never
So,
mind. That was a bad idea.
At this rate, it really is best that he runs after Zebra.
If he can convince all of them to chase him, then that will remove the problem that the party is facing at the moment.
Okay, so I'll have to convince all of them to chase chase Ballistic.
Yep.
All right, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I talk to them. I say I chased the fiery one into the woods. He was just a fool, just observing, just someone.
Foolish fool.
Someone just wandering around. They're not something to worry about. The zebra, on the other hand, he seems dangerous. I would focus all of your energy on attacking, on taking care of him.
Roll deception.
Okay, and then add your guidance.
All right, here we go.
Not forget the guidance.
Do not fucking forget the guidance!
I won't. Okay. 14,
And then
14. Okay,
plus your
14
charisma modifier.
4 plus my charisma. Okay, so this is in the 20s. All right, good. Shoot. What exactly would it be? Charisma.
14 plus 4 is 8. Are you proficient in deception?
18. I am. So plus 2.
That makes it 20.
Plus charisma, so 23.
Plus,
Roll the.
They are very convinced. All of them take off at a full tilt sprint after Ballistic.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, heal me before you get derpy.
okay,
I can
can
go.
you run in? Okay, Notion, can you run into the unicorns and say they need backup?
Yes, that's a good
There's
idea.
more in the forest.
All right, I book it. I book it to the 2 unicorns, and
Okay.
I tell them, can I do that in the same move?
We're not currently in combat.
I'm not trying to fight them. I'm running towards them to tell them that the ones that ran off need backup.
Okay, then do that.
I do it.
Say something like, they're going. Go, I'll take care of Derpy.
They're being overwhelmed. Go get them.
Roll
They're
decep-
already being over.
Go
Roll
get 'em,
deception.
boys!
Don't forget the freaking
Alright.
D4.
All right, is she helping me? Is Rai helping
Yes.
me?
Yes.
Okay. So that roll is even better. It's gonna be 25.
Oh, spicy.
Yes. Oh
So
my god.
the 2
I see.
larger unicorns look at each other, and one of them takes the rest of the remaining cultists, while one of the 2 larger unicorns stay back.
Okay,
Okay.
so it's
Can I run in here now?
Yoshi, Notion, and Ryan versus 1 unicorn. How do we want to take this on?
Okay,
Is that what this
so this
is?
guy.
Okay, I'm gonna use
Wait.
mold.
Let's not jump right into it.
Okay.
Maybe we can outsmart him instead of brute forcing our way out of this, because this guy's pretty advanced, right?
I agree. Yeah, we need to get this guy.
Let's at least figure something out first. We
Okay,
can.
This guy
I can tell
needs
you what
more motivation.
I can tell you what my current plan is.
What is it?
All right.
I can like move. I can get however close I want because I'm a whimsical woodlands feature. I can also levitate Derpy if needed. And my current plan is to, instead of trying to brute force him, but to trap him, because I can use mold earth and remove the ground beneath his feet and make a 5-foot pit.
I like that.
And
I
all
like
the
that.
while, Derpy is just confused.
Yeah, Derpy's wondering what the heck's going on.
Derpy looks absolutely terrified at the moment.
Derpy's derping out real hard.
All right, so I like the idea of making a pit.
We need to keep that guy down.
Will that do
And
it?
fill the pit back in right on top of him.
Okay, if you can transform into, okay, so do unicorns get default levitating abilities?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you see the ground beneath Derpy disappear, both of us are going to try to levitate her, okay?
Oh.
Is that alright if I like?
Yoshi, in case something goes bad with the unicorn, it's your job to make sure nothing goes bad with the unicorn.
I'm watching. Is he looking at you guys, or is he looking towards the woods?
He is currently looking towards the woods, standing next to Derpy.
Wait a second. I have a question. Where is Yoshi? Where are you in all of this? Because like
I'm
obviously,
in the trees. I'm in the trees
But
by
you're
the
not-
clearing.
so you're pretty far out. Will that
Don't
be far
forget,
out?
you still also have 2 fallen companions to deal with as well.
Yeah,
And please don't forget us again.
we won't.
Again.
Okay, because we are not doing anything yet, I'm going to use minor illusion to create just piles of like shrubbery and leaves on top of mimic and hope that no one remembers where he fell.
Do you not
Okay.
have any kind of healing right now?
I
No
do, but I
spells?
want to save it because I imagine things are going to be bad.
You're also
Meanwhile-
down 2 party members, so
Okay, yeah, I just think we should deal with the unicorn first and then get fallen party members. Or
Well,
I guess is
you
he
do have
gonna
to
be-
remember one of them is basically being stared down.
Yeah,
Another
that's why I want
question.
to focus on the mink. I'm going to cover him and then use a healing spell on him.
Another question.
Okay.
Just how far away from this unicorn am I? At one end of the clearing. Is he on the other side of the clearing?
He is about 90 feet away.
Okay,
Okay.
that's good.
Nice.
I can get there without dashing.
Okay, so my current plan is I'm going to try to catch her, Derpy with Levitate. Notion's going to try to catch Derpy with Levitate. If Notion manages to get her with Levitate, I'm going to dig an additional hole in the ground so he's in a 10-foot hole and then replace and then replace 5 feet of dirt on top of him.
That's gonna kill him.
Okay.
So
I like
this
that
is-
idea, but we had one casualty in the last one too. But here's my thought. Is there something we can gain from this person? Is there a way that I can get this person to tell me what's going on without being suspicious? Like, hey, can you
I
remind me
think
what this
right now we're
Charm
beyond
person
that.
could work.
charm person?
Okay, I think you should go over and try Charm Person first. Just remember to stay with, not within 5 feet of him.
So who else is with you guys, Brian Ocean?
I'm
Yoshi is
there.
in bashing range.
I'm within striking range.
Okay.
He's gotta make a wisdom saving throw. If this guy's a wizard, he's not gonna have good wisdom.
So yeah, that's
Yeah.
But I
Yeah, a wizard would have good wisdom
He has-
because that's
he
their
has decent
secondary.
wisdom.
so.
Intelligence and wisdom are the 2 stats for them.
Yeah.
Should I try to charm person?
I think you should try to Charm Person. We have nothing to... Just make sure you're not within 5 feet of him or you might become collateral.
Okay, so I am 6 feet away from him, and I cast charm person.
We have a backup in case anything goes bad.
Do we need to remind you
Good
what happened
social
with the
distancing
ice
notion.
Social distance. Yeah.
So let's.
Now that's a good meme right there.
So what do I roll? Do I roll for what do I roll for charm person?
I roll against your DC. So, what is your DC?
My spell save DC
Yes.
Yes.
12.
Are you sure you want to do
Oh
this?
God.
What would that mean I have to roll?
You don't roll.
It means he has to roll under.
Okay.
If I beat a 12, then he passes.
Okay, worst case scenario, he hits you one magical attack, or he runs after you.
That's enough to kill me.
In both cases, I run out there and I beat him up.
Okay, we don't want Notion to die. Is there anything we can do to help defend him?
What other spells do you have?
Me?
Notion.
Oh.
I have suggestion.
Hang on.
I guess that could be used, but
Let
wouldn't
me
that
think.
come down to the same spell save DC?
Hang on, I'm checking.
Wait, I have an idea.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, because it literally cannot hurt to try. I am just going to use, I forgot which one's the sound one, but I have both prestidigitation and minor illusion, one of them.
Yeah,
I'm going to make the
prestidigitation does sound.
of, so I'm going to make the sound of, like, what the cultists just screaming in the forest. I'm just going to make there be screaming in the forest behind the unicorn guard.
Okay.
Just see if he reacts to that at all, or anything.
Sure. So what happens?
Hold on.
Because worst case, ideally it'll bring his guard down or make him run off. And I'm going to use, also in that, I'm also going to create flames to go with it, matching the ones that Fair Fallen had.
Nice.
So the idea is that there might be another one charging at him.
So your attempt to get him to abandon his charge has...
Abandon his charge or just be distracted enough for Notion's thing to work.
Plus, I'm here. I'm a guard. I can watch it while he runs off.
Yeah, right? So it's not like he's abandoning.
Yeah.
So the larger unicorn, hearing the screams, you see him cast a spell, but you're not quite sure what spell it is.
Okay, so he's one spell down. That's good. Or two spells down because he used at least one earlier, possibly two, and then another one now. So he's at least two, potentially three spells down.
Where in the woodline did you put this sound?
What?
Where in the woodline did you put the sound?
We're in the wood. I put it in the one opposite where all the chaos was happening, behind the unicorn on the other side of the clearing in the woods there.
So he just shot Derpy.
So, as he turns around and casts fireball into the
Oh God.
area where you made the sound.
That's not good. He's got fireball. Oh dear.
Okay. Well, he has one less fireball that he could have used on Notion. And then I'm going to create the same effect in a different part, like, slightly to the left, but still on the opposite side of the clearing.
He's got to have at least one more spell, one fireball.
Yeah, how many spell slots does he have? How can we figure that
Right.
out?
I'm
The
trying
least
to...
amount of spell slots I have is 4 level 1, 3 level 2, 2
Remember
level
to
1.
avoid
4 level 1.
metagaming.
Ideally, we can make
fair
him
enough.
waste as many as possible by just creating more flaming horses.
I also want to point out that if he's a wizard, he can potentially get more spells of varying levels.
Okay.
And
Let's estimate what level do we think these guys are from how much damage they can do.
and you also have to
Really?
remember, just because it has a similar build to a player character does not mean that it will have the same types of stats as a player character.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would also like to point out that this all sounds like very metagaming to me.
Yeah.
We're in a bad situation.
Maybe just let us deal with it.
We're grasping at straws here. Yeah.
Just full send it.
Yeah, I'm
Do you need me to come in there and save you guys?
No, we can't use force. I like the sneak attack where you bury him in a pit idea.
There's also
Yeah.
the sneak attack where I run up behind him while he's surprised and hit him over the head.
Wait a second. We can just ask Derpy after the fact for any information about this. So let's go
That's
with
a good question.
go with Stralis's plan and
All right, let's do it.
just dig
Okay, so when I dig the pit, we're both going to cast Levitate on her. If you manage to get her and it doesn't fail, I'm going to dig another pit and bury her.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, that's our plan, Nameless. We're going to enact it now.
All right.
Yoshi's there for support in case things go bad. Both of us are casting Levitate on her.
I'm here.
It'll
So,
be okay.
see.
That make you think you have a good meme. I have a better one.
It's Beam Wars over here.
So, you're attempting to bury the cultist?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or at least I'm attempting to create a pit under him. If
Meanwhile, I'm trying to levitate Derpy so she does not fall into
the second I'm done making the pit, I'm going to switch to trying to levitate her. If she is levitating, and then I'm going to try attempting for a more complicated pit.
Notion, go ahead and roll strength.
Okay. Strength. Let's see. Yeah, that was never my strong suit.
Hey.
That's why we have two people levitating her. That's why
I
we
got
have
a
two people
15.
levitating her.
Is
That's a
that
good start.
enough?
+4.
You
Plus 4. Yes.
You-
Make that 19.
you managed to catch Derpy as the cultist falls into the pit.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to re-perform the Mold Earth action again, twice. Once to create a deeper pit, and then once to put 5 cube of dirt on top of him.
Okay.
And then we sprint. We run. We run in the opposite side of the cultist
With Derpy.
with Derpy. And then I'm going to assist him with his levitate.
Wait.
It's like imagine you forget Derpy.
Was Derpy tied?
Derpy
Yeah,
is tied.
Derpy is tied.
Oh shoot. We have to deal with that.
Did you just leave her there? You just did you just take the whole thing with you? Did
I
you?
also want to point out that you have two party members that are still on the ground,
We know.
Yeah.
We're figuring things out.
And I'm still running away.
and one very pissed off high-level caster working his way out of the dirt.
Wait a second. Why are we sprinting? Because
We're sprinting so that I can levitate. I'm going to levitate her onto a tree. You're going to fly up, and then I'm going to levitate her wounded up there too.
Okay,
So
but
what
there's
did
not a
happen
rush
to me?
because there's still a tied up Derpy and there's still a someone who looks like a guard standing right by her, right?
Yeah.
So I can I can just really quickly just ask Derpy some questions and gather some information.
I think that when a guard is trying to get out, that isn't the time. Maybe you can try to. Okay, how about this? You fake try to get him out. You feign concern. You yell, "How can I help?" But all the while, you're like pretending to dig him out while you're actually pushing more dirt in.
So like the TV show.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, if we're burying this guy, I don't need to. I can cut the act right now. He's about to.
No. He's
Yeah,
trying
do
to
it.
get out.
He is
He's
still.
trying to get out.
It is 5 feet of
Skill.
dirt. Is still 5 feet of dirt. It will take a minute.
I know, but you can gain his alliance there. There's no reason to reveal you right now. I can stash the wounded somewhere safe and then slowly heal them. We can reunite the party after you get information from the unicorn from freeing.
Wait, did
So
the
what happened
second
to me?
hit work?
Just a minute, Ballistic. What are you saying, Notion?
I was asking if Stralis' second pit worked.
It probably worked. It's a cantrip.
You buried him under 5 feet of dirt. That's what my understanding was.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we don't worry about him anymore. He's dead.
He's not
He's
dead.
not dead.
He's there.
Okay, so I think that a good solution is for you to keep playing up this act because what you have is really good. If you can be bumbling assistant and then also slow him down with questions,
getting your answers as well as slowing him down from chasing the rest of us, that would be a good idea.
I am just going to say it sounds like you are making this way more complicated than it needs to be.
Okay. I'm good. As long as I have Derpy and Levitate, I'm going to try to stash her on top of a tree. Is that okay? Okay. I'm going to try doing that, and I'm going to stay down here so I can deal with it, figure out what's going on.
Okay. I guess, cause like, the thing is, we don't want to get the other ones, the other guards on our tail, once they learn that we're letting Derpy escape.
We also have to know, you can look bewildered. I am a bird. Yoshi's in hiding. That is our current status.
And I am under a bushel of
Fake leaves.
bushes.
If you want, I can start grabbing people and bringing them into trees also. Since I have nothing else going on.
That would be a good course of action.
Alright, great. I'm gonna start airlifting people.
Thank you.
So, Ballistic, did you head back the way that you guys came?
I don't know what happened to me.
You ran into the woods with a bunch of people chasing you.
You now
Yeah,
have
that's the last thing I know.
you have 11 cultists following you.
Yeah, so they were like wondering what the hell I'm gonna. So, what do I do in order to escape them? Like, do I just say?
So,
Cast invisibility when.
Okay.
So when I get in far enough away for them to, like, not to be like trailing behind me a long way, I want to use my invisibility spell.
That's probably a good idea. Break
That's
line of
good.
sight.
I would still love to point out that there is a crocodile somewhere in the area.
Crocodile
It's true.
is, if he's invisible, then that's not a threat either.
Yeah, it's a threat to the cultists, though.
It's a threat to the cultists! Woo!
Yeah. So wait, can I draw them near the
I
river?
only had to beat Notion over the head with it and then have help.
Can I draw the
Somebody
cultist
else
near the
think about it.
river? And
Yeah,
then
I would
bring
No,
them
I
to
was
the-
just suggesting it for shits and giggles. Yes, you can draw the cultist to the crocodile.
Yes. Okay. Then I want to draw them towards the river far enough so that they see so that the crocodile sees them, but they don't see the crocodile, and then I want to turn invisible.
Okay.
Okay. Good idea.
And go ahead and roll sneak. Because they may not be able to see you, but that doesn't mean you are trying to hide.
Yeah. So roll stealth.
Yes.
Okay.
Come on, baby.
That's a +1.
That's great, Namink.
So
Yeah, that's a good one.
that is.
I am too far to provide guidance.
19.
Oh, nice.
You have passed. Nobody notices you.
Yes.
As they go charging straight into the less than enthusiastic jaws of a crocodile. You can hear the sounds of exploding spell effects and screaming cultists.
Yes, I killed some people finally.
You got him.
Well, you didn't kill them.
They're most
Damn,
likely one
the
that.
river
There's
got
at least
'em.
one who's dead. There's at least one who's dead, right? Nameless.
Well, no, like the crocodile killed them.
She
I know,
does.
but that I drew them to the crocodile, so that's technically a kill for me.
Let's just let him have this one.
Okay.
I would suggest now that you try and find your way back to your companions.
Yeah.
Roll survival.
Can I roll? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Is-
So that +8 again. 23.
The right
Awesome.
distraction.
You have found your way back to your companions.
Yay! Hi guys, how you doing? I just killed a whole bunch of people. How are you doing?
We need
Are
help
you
getting these
yelling
guys into
that?
the tree. Yeah, you're just.
I'm not yelling. I'm like right next to you guys now.
Burying someone.
You're like right next to me.
So I am going to point out that Notion, you feel a very, very unsettling thump from the ground because I'm assuming you're still near where the cultist was buried.
I don't like that was.
Yeah.
Was buried? Oh no.
This isn't
He's
good.
still underground
Okay.
at the moment, but you
Pretend
feel
like
something.
You're trying to dig him up. Pretend like you're trying to dig him up. Man.
May I ask this simple question? Why?
Why what?
Why are we pretending to dig him up?
Instead of just running away.
Well, you can run away if you want. If you want to get answers from him, you can pretend to be a bumbling assist.
I'm still levitating Derpy, and I run away
Oh no, Derpy's on top of a tree.
tied up.
Yeah,
Oh, what?
you already got Derpy out of here.
Oh, so okay. Never mind. I'm running back with you guys.
I'm gonna sit on top of the tree with Derpy and survey.
Did you just say jerky?
Shut the fuck up.
Derpy Hooves. Derpy's very aggressive.
So you guys are just going to sit in the tree?
I'm gonna survey until I figure out the best way to get Derpy to the other.
You could always go around. Clear.
I mean, if you were in the trees, then either you are on the opposite side of the clearing or you were with them.
Okay, I'm with them. I'm gonna untie Derpy.
Oh, that one's great. I love that one.
You know what?
That's an amazing one.
Can I just say, this might have seemed like this was all going to shit. It was all by design to celebrate Easter. With the cultist bump coming out of the ground back from the bed. Good job, everyone.
So, are you guys just gonna sit in the trees? You're gonna what are you
I
doing?
am untying Derpy.
Okay, Derpy has been untied.
And I'm going to use my healing spells, my plus D6 to both of our unconscious kiddos. So let me roll that. So I have a
Both in
pool of
trees.
3 D6s.
I find this amusing because they're only slightly younger than I am.
Okay.
Can we talk about how Zebra is like standing there, not in a tree at all?
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Does
invisible.
someone else want to bring him up here?
I'm invisible.
I'm
me
gonna
back to
carry him
life.
up there.
So,
Okay.
so are you guys just gonna hide in the trees now?
Yeah, okay. So,
At this point, I think he's gonna morph into a rock and just sort of.
That's a good one.
okay.
So
I'm assuming,
you can't do the rock yet.
I'm
That's
assuming
an
fair
amazing
fall-
freaking theme.
Why not? Why can't I?
I'm
Because I
assuming-
broke up the way that you can transform level-wise.
I can't.
Okay.
Why can't I?
Okay,
Alright,
fair,
I can't.
fair
Right,
fall
that's-
probably
Alright, you're not the law.
1d5 hit points are given to fair falling.
Fair is no longer unconscious.
Fair can now wake up.
Huzzah.
Okay, Nimink. That is plus 4 healing skill.
Good morning, sunshine.
The earth says hello.
Good morning, Starbright. Did anyone watch that cartoon? Is that
I
before
didn't
your
hear.
time? Good morning,
I was
Starbright.
quoting Johnny Depp from the
No.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory movie.
Oh God, no.
Okay, is there anything else we have to deal with right now, or is everyone together on the tree conscious?
Everybody is
We're
conscious
all
now.
in the tree.
So you're just going to sit in the tree.
Okay, we can collectively decide what to do from here, because we can all talk
Let's
to each other,
get the
and we're out
F out
there.
of here and get back to Ponyville before they come back.
Sure.
Okay.
There is
That-
also that one that burst out of the ground.
Is there anyone?
As you were saying this, he does in fact burst out of the ground, and he looks pissed.
Let's run.
That's a good one.
Can we all agree on that? Let's run to Ponyville.
Okay,
Yes,
Yeah.
we're getting out of
let's
here.
not agree on
I
that
like Ponyville.
yet. Let's have. Okay, who here?
Why not?
Yeah, let's have some tea
Hold
and
on.
crumpets up in this tree while these cultists come after us.
Okay, what if we fly to Ponyville so we don't get on the ground with the cultists? Who can't fly?
Me.
Okay,
I got him.
I'm
Melissa?
invisible though, so
yeah, so Ballistic can't fly. Who else can't fly?
I can't.
Okay, I'm gonna get fair
Good
falling.
luck.
Everyone.
Anybody
Okay.
else?
Okay, no, everyone else can fly. We explain the plan to Derpy. We carry those who can't fly back to Ponyville.
Just trusting that Derpy will understand.
Well,
Oh
let's
my
find
God.
out.
Fucking, oh my god. That
Derpy
was a
starts flying in the
disaster.
wrong direction.
No.
Derpy, get back here.
I yoink Derpy and start running.
Yoink.
Okay. Yeah. Can you do that? Can you drag her?
You guys start hearing a rhythmic chanting coming from the cultist in the clearing.
Run. Run
We're
far
running here.
away.
Wait, the Derpy's going towards...
Don't explain the plan, just tell her follow.
No, wait. Maybe she's being summoned. Maybe it's out of her control. We don't know what the cultists can do.
She is definitely not headed for the cultist.
Okay, that's good.
Nobody knows where Derpy is headed, not even Derpy.
Can we trust her? Okay, I'm
Follow us.
going to present a controversial opinion.
Oh boy.
We trust Derpy to get on her own.
This is a bad idea.
Follow Derpy into the unknown.
No, because
Okay,
our
how
very
about this?
only
We say
goal
the
with this-
doctor wants you home safe. No, present her with her mail list.
Do we have the mail?
No,
Yeah, I still have the mail list.
We can be like, the doctor gave us this to help us find you. We're here to help.
just tell her to follow us. Keep it simple, guys.
Okay, yeah. Follow us.
If that doesn't work, you can use the other thing. And if that doesn't work, I can just levitate with us.
I could always just grab her and just go.
Does it work nameless?
Did you? Which one did you go with?
I'm gonna tell her follow us.
We told her to follow us.
That works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
Let's just fly as fast as we can
make
back
a
to
beeline for
Ponyville.
Ponyville. Yeah.
So
We need to deal with this cultist, so...
as you guys get out of a fairly far distance, the clouds over the area where you guys had been get really thick and angry looking.
Oh,
Oh
fuck.
boy.
Oh.
But we have to remember...
Any
it's only
Pegasus here? Any Pegasus here?
You were currently, luckily for you, out of range, as a series of meteors hit the area around where you had been staying.
Oh, okay.
I think we just
My.
narrowly avoided death.
That's
More
a,
than, like, close
that's a
and narrow.
yikes.
Okay.
Big
Fucking-
yikes.
You guys make
What
it.
did Derpy get herself into?
You guys make it back to Ponyville in one piece, though.
Alright, can we talk
You
to
want to know
Derpy?
what was going through my head while we were doing that?
What? What the... This is so not good.
I heard something there.
Yeah, was that it? Was it just distant dubstep?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely that's.
Oh my god, that was
So-
so close.
What are you
I
guys
was
gonna
so
do now?
We
You're
asked
back
her
to Doc.
how the heck she got in this situation, like what they were trying to do and all.
So Derpy basically explains that she had been taking mail out to somebody that had ordered a package to the treehouse, and stumbled on the group of cultists, and only to promptly be captured. They had been arguing at the time what to do with her because they believed she had seen something, or at least some of them did. Others were like, but she was delivering mail and they might miss her, come looking for her. So they had been kind of at a deadlock on what to do, and that's about when you guys showed up.
So we don't know what the cultists are about, what their mission.
So,
Something about weather.
is it possible for them to come back in the future?
We have to remember,
Is
we
this the last
killed...
we've seen them?
There were 12 of them and we killed 11.
You
This is
assume
the
you
last time we've seen him.
you assume you
We assume
killed
we
11.
killed 11. We know we at least killed one.
These
I doubt
are
we've seen the last of them.
prophets of the great dark beast. Wait, no, the dark one was on our side.
She does mention that they did say something about a sleeping one on multiple occasions.
Oh.
That's
I
not
hope
good.
those meteors didn't wake them up.
Hmm. What sleeping characters are in Greek mythology? Or Roman, for that matter?
Greek are those the only ones? Are those
Why
the
are
only
we doing-
mythologies?
Why are we limiting it only to Greek and Roman?
I am going to
Because
point
that's
out.
the MLP universe's mythologies that they get the basis off of.
Okay,
I'm going
I-
to
I
point
can
out
think of-
that you may not recognize everything I throw at you.
Right.
Okay.
I can think of a few
Which means
things
it's
in Greek
probably
mythology.
Norse mythology.
It's the smooth.
Yeah.
It's the smooth. That's the sleeping one.
The schmooze.
Nothing
Not
keeps
the.
Thomas-
I'll
He
bring
got thrown out. He got thrown out of the gala. He has come for his revenge.
No, this is the version from the
a
previous.
lot of things are dormant underground in Greek mythology. Like most things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It could
So-
be Gia for all
Any
we know.
manner of things from Tartarus, any manner.
Oh my god.
The underworld.
Ballistic, we get it. You read Percy Jackson.
So,
Actually, I'm actually kind of into Greek mythology. Ironically.
No, not you. Ballistic specifically is drawing exclusively from his knowledge of Percy Jackson.
I'm not.
Oh,
I've
okay.
actually studied the actual myths also.
Was it because of Percy Jackson?
Yes. So what?
so you guys bring Derpy back to Dr. Hooves, and he thanks you for your help.
Wait,
And
Dr. Hooves, fix this! Sorry.
so
Can
you
fix
guys,
this?
you guys
This
go
seems
back
like
to.
his-
You guys
We
both
the
go. Can I speak?
Yes, sir.
No.
You guys go back to your cottage and you get a good night's rest. And the next day you hear a knock on the front door.
Oh, God.
Wait. Can I just ask something real quick?
What's up?
Can I try and go back to the Diamond Dog's lair and get a slave again?
No.
They're not in the Diamond Dog's lair anymore.
Question.
I know. Just go back and visit to see if
To
I
an
can.
empty burrow where they're not there?
I'm going to say
I
no.
just want to try to. Huh?
I'm going to say no.
Aww.
Question.
Thank you.
Are we gonna be done soon?
Good DM, good DM.
Yes, we are almost done.
So I guess I go to the door. I open the door.
So at the door is Derpy standing in her little male uniform, and she hands you a letter. She's like, "I got you a letter," and flies off.
She doesn't thank us for saving her.
Mhm.
She already did that.
We want to get paid, okay?
This is the next day. We get paid in reputation.
Wonder who
I
it's
wonder who it's from.
How are we supposed to eat?
So for now, I'm going to put a pin in this. We're gonna stop here because I am going to write out the letter for y'all.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You know
But
what?
I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet because I've been busy.
Okay, I feel like we are makers of friendship and peace and love, and Dr. Hooves should handle the, 1,000-level cultists. Like, this should be his thing, not ours.
That's true. We kind of wrapped a nice bow on the previous missions, but actually no, the parasprites are still a looming threat in the room. But besides that, the Diamond Dog thing, that was a nice ending. We kind of left the cultist
Like,
thread hanging.
Can we just,
I'm going to
Like-
point out that I told you that things would start getting worse later on. This is that point.
well, yeah, but, it kind of went, oh no, there's bugs in town. What will we do? Oh no, we had a nightmare. We taught some dogs friendship. Fucking cultists are awakening the meteorite.
I want to point out that you murdered one of the cultists in cold blood. Or not the cultists, the Diamond Dogs.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
true.
so I have to.
Does anybody keep bringing that up?
I just have to ask this thing real quick.
Does our
How do
patron
we-
not like that we did that?
Yeah.
What? What were you
My
asking?
patron is Celestia. Is she sending? Sorry.
He's talking about the shadow figure.
Okay.
Yeah. We haven't seen him at all since then.
So I have to
I
ask
hope he
this.
talks to us next time we soon. Maybe he's got. Sorry, it's Luna.
That's right, you are convinced that it is Luna.
I'm
So I
100%
have
sure,
to-
guys, it's Luna.
Let ballistic talk.
Okay, so I have to ask this. How do we get money to eat if we don't get any money from doing these things?
This is Ponyville. Everyone's rich inherently for reasons the show will not go into. I think
That is
socialism.
kind of true. They never do go into they have some of them have jobs, but what does Lyra do? How does she eat?
Well, we never see what she does on a routine
You seen
basis.
decorating in the episode where they slice of life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but so is Bon Bon. But then they go on to be like Bon Bon's actually a secret agent.
That's true. And how do they pay secret agents?
Well, yeah.
Actually, she was an
And then
ex.
also in all
She was
the
an
I've seen all the
ex-secret
Christmas
agent.
specials, right? And every single one of them, they all buy expensive items with no cares about cost.
Well, they all have jobs. All the main 6 have jobs.
The only time that money actually comes up as an issue is when they're doing like the trade things, or going to like fairs and things like that.
Yep.
But any other time, there's no problem.
Yeah, but like I'm telling you, Applejack would not be a wealthy woman, and she like buys 6 tiaras and loses them all in a Christmas special.
She's the main apple. Her family's the main apple provider.
Yeah, I was
for
about to say,
Equestria, or-
she is a monopoly, at least in Ponyville.
Yeah, but also just be like if we're like applying, I don't know how much real world farming comes into this, but I'm just saying the food production industry is not good, and the actual farmers get very little of the profit.
That's
Depending,
True, but
some
they're also selling it themselves, really.
Yeah.
depending,
So
some farmers
that
get
means
some
there's
really
still-
crazy good subsidies.
Okay, but that means
How are
okay.
there subsidies in the MOP universe?
So
That would be my
unless
next video topic right there. Invigorate.
The economics of MLP.
you also have to remember they have like 5 members of the Apple family. We've only seen them sell like they sell in town for the most part, which means most of their
There's a
crops-
lot more than 5. Good lord, it's a clan.
There's a reason it's called the Apple Clan.
Some of them don't
Okay,
live in
I'm
Ponyville.
just
That is
You
true,
don't go
but
to
they
war.
all own apple farms all over Equestria.
Well, not just apple farms. There's oranges. There's pecans. There's carrot.
I'm gonna say the apples are probably pretty rich because they sell literally every apple out of Ponyville. Plus, we've seen that they do send shipments as well.
Don't
Okay,
they-
they send shipments.
Doesn't
I was
the Apple
worried about
family
Don't
technically
forget about
own
the cider
Appaloosia?
either.
that. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
Wait a second. That's
There are too many bakers in Ponyville for it to make any money.
What do you mean?
There's 3 of them.
There's so many. Every single background character is a baker, from what I've seen.
No,
Like,
No,
so
that is not
many.
it's the cakes and Pinkie Pie.
That's
There are
it.
at least
And they
5,
live-
including
Oh, I've
Pound
seen
and Pony.
so many background ponies decorating cakes. I'm sorry.
There's also Big Mac's wife, Sugar Belt from.
But she's from a different town at the time.
And she just moved in.
I don't know. I've
Did
just.
he move in with Big Mac? Did they move to Ponyville, or
Plus
did he move to?
Plus, sugar,
She moved to the apple farm.
She lives on.
plus in the episode.
Okay, so we're up to
plus-
6
point is,
bakers.
There's no way
Nope.
poverty does not exist. We've
You
never
can't
seen
count the,
poverty.
you can't count Pinkie Pie and the cakes separately. They're all working in the same bakery.
Plus, in the episode where Big Mac proposes,
At this
pretty sure that
point,
Mrs.
we know of at least 6 bakers,
Wait.
but also keep in mind that they, especially if you consider how the people from Canterlot treat Ponyvillians, it's a very small, like,
They're very
run.
snooty.
It's a very, very small backwater town.
What were you
So-
saying? Yeah.
In the episode where Big Mac and Sugar Belle propose to each other and get married, I'm pretty sure I heard I think if I remember correctly, Mrs. Cake
Married
hired
someone?
Sugar Belle to work for her, like Pinky
Oh.
does.
Oh, you might be right. That sounds accurate. Because
Because
she
she-
is the baker. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go ahead
plus
and
in the episode they spend a
turn
lot of
off
time
the
together.
stream for now.
True. What?
My stream.
Goodbye.
I'm not hearing
Bye.
Ballistic
Thanks for
at
joining.
all. I'm not hearing him talk about it.
Hello.